at that, right? And I think we're live. I think now. Oh, yeah. Find deals at all your favorite restaurants, groceries, and shops. You know what it is, right? They have those non-skip. Oh, there we go. All right, now I can hear. Now I can see if it's any good. Okay, sounds fine. Sounds fine. And oh, Zak Chelli is no way. Oh my God. We are live, but mate. What the? Zak Chelli nearly had him out of there. Like that, I literally was so focused on getting the live, I just turned my head to the TV and I'm like, whoa, what's happening there? I'm like, that wasn't part of the script. That wasn't what I was planning. Man, Zak Chelli with 1 round left to go. Let me see this. Oh, lovely right hand. Yeah, hurt him bad. Francis Warren going mad at the ring apron there. Oh, wow. Oh, man. And he is opening up, man. That's won him the round. Look at that. That was crazy. That was actually crazy. And this fight was... Morel looked awful in this fight. Like, he looked absolutely awful. I was watching this fight before going live, round 10. Hadn't planned on commentating this fight either. Zak Chelli is a good fighter. His defense, yeah, Zak Chelli's always been decent. He's just never been at that level. He's never been fully able to just get over that hump. But blimey, that was a crazy end to the round. And like he's been, oh wow, could he, if he stops Dave, because Dave Morel hasn't looked good for. Oh, he's looking at the corner. I knew he hurt his hand or something, but you wouldn't think a hurt hand would cause this much of an impact to the fight or change to the fight. I planned on just reading the chat first, but blimey. We got to talk about this fight. Holy, look at that, man. He landed a big right hand on him again, but he misses. And Zak Chelli needs to put it on him. Like, he needs to go for broke because he's losing this fight. He's losing this fight hand over fist. But damn, he is doing so well in there. Like this last. I'm planning on commentating on this fight, lads. I got to be honest with you. Like, I literally just plan to have this in the background and chat to you guys for a little bit because we have a long night ahead of us. Big up to K33, K6. Big up to you, man. Smith's commentary is nauseating. So when I mentioned that Adam Smith was like the Temu version of Jim Lampley, a few people were saying that's a bit harsh and that Adam Smith is this, that, and the other. It's like, folks are quick to forget. Only a few years ago, Adam Smith was getting absolutely chastised for his commentary. Only a few years ago, so much so that it was getting a bit extreme. Like people commenting about his kids and stuff like that. It was getting a bit extreme. I'm not even going to lie with that, right? But obviously, look, he was sick. He made a recovery. Thank God for that. But it's like people just forget that, like, Adam Smith was not held in high regard as a commentator prior to his, sickness. And he comes back and he's like, the UK's Jim Lampley. It's crazy. I've literally never seen anything like it. It's bizarre. We're into that last minute of this fight, and Zak Chelli is still pouring it on. Like, what he's done in these last 2 rounds, it's not enough to win him the fight. I don't think he's winning it. Me personally now, mate, I don't think he's winning it, but he's definitely... Well, judging by what we're seeing from Dave Morel, look, I thought the first fight... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What the... It's not even the main event and I'm already speechless. What? That's insanity. I reckon the main event, you're looking at 11 o'clock, mate, because you've got 2 more fights. I reckon about at 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'm stumped. What? Zak Chelli just knocked out Benavidez. He just stopped him. Or not Dave Benavidez, Morel. I'm saying Dave Benavidez, but Zak Chelli just stopped him brutally. Brutally stopped him. Man, that caught me for 6 there, that one. I'm actually stunned. I just saw Zak Chelli as Dave Morel. Man, what has happened to him? Like, man, I'm not making any accusations, right? I'm not making any accusations at all, right, about Dave Morel. Understand that, right? But he looked so good at like 168 pounds. Dave Morel was looking lethal. Like, he was legit looking lethal at 168 pounds. You're not telling me moving up one weight can undo all that. Because, yeah, he's not looked the same at light heavyweight, but you got to wonder what was going on at 168 pounds. Was he, again, I'm only asking because there's no way he was, look at Dave Morel at 168 pounds. He was absolutely decimating people. One weight division, it's not going to make that much of a difference, you would think. And he looks awful at 175 pounds. I mean, thank God he didn't get the Callum Smith fight. God knows what Callum Smith would have done to him. That was an incredible. I want to hear the ring announcer. Listen to this. Delighted for him. Delighted for him. Oh my God. I can't believe that. I ignore your question. What did you ask? You think Dubois will have learned his lesson and watch out for counters? I wouldn't be going that far, man. I don't know about that. Dev interviewing him. It was actually, it wasn't amazing. It was okay. He always looked live, Zak Chelli, but he wasn't winning. Unreal. And the thing is, as well, right? The thing is, well, Zak Chelli's not a light heavyweight. He's really 100. Actually, that's even weirder because he's literally, you're talking about a 168 pounder. Look at this. Look at this stoppage. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh. Big left hook goes in. Oh, it's that one right there. It's that right hand. Yeah. What's happening, man? Man, it's man, Zak Chelli. I'm stunned. What a right hand. That was deadly. I can't believe it, man. Wait, we're not even 10 minutes in. We've already had a moment for tonight. I'm so happy for him. I really am. 180 in the building already. If you could, please, let's get the likes up. I saw Ben said, Ben, nearly at 30K. Will we get it tonight? Well, I'll tell you now, Ben, we are at currently 29,982, right? 29,982 people are subscribed to this channel, right? If out of the 192 that are watching, if someone could hit the like and subscribe, we can break 30K on this live. We can actually break 30K on this live. We can do it. We can do it because I've done many things in my time on YouTube. I've made certain milestones that I've wanted to hit. I've hit 10K, I've hit 20K, but I've never hit a milestone on a live. And I mean like a milestone, like, you know, a 30K or a 20K. Like I've gone from like, say, like 7,000 to 8,000 and things like that. And that's brilliant. But I'd love to hit. I would love to hit 30K on this live. So if you could please consider hitting the like and hitting the subscribe and hitting the notification bell. There you go. We've gained 2 subscribers just by me saying that. Thank you very much. We're 16 off, people. 16 off. Why? No, I agree with you, mate. I agree. Come on. You said actually no. I wouldn't mind that fight. With the way Anthony Yarde's been looking, blimey. Blimey. That's all I got to say on that, man. Jordan Perry, hope you're okay, mate. Man, honestly, that was just, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that. What's happening? Mate, Dave Morrell just knocked out, or not Dave Morrell. What am I saying Dave Morrell for? Zak Chelli just knocked out Dave Morrell. If you don't do a video on that, oh no, I won't have it. I might actually do a video on it. Actually, I might actually do. I won't do it now, obviously, because obviously we're on here for a while. That is the upset of the year for me. I agree with you. I agree with you on that one. Upset of the year, man. Really? I watched the game last night, the whole Millwall game. Boy, that was a stinker if ever I saw one. No way. Yeah, man, it was crazy. Yeah, more like kittens. Turned down the Ben Whittaker fight. Dave Morrell said it'd be too risky. He's gonna regret doing that now. He's gonna regret doing that. I think because he hasn't looked right, Dave Morrell, for a long time, even prior to the Benavidez fight. Because when he went up to 175, he fought Hot Rod. And, well, it's weird because Zak Chelli's a 168 pounder. So you'd think it would be just a straightforward, 168 pounder, but clearly not. And, yeah, I'm stumped. Yeah, that weight is definitely not aging well. And Benavidez couldn't stop him. Bear that in mind. Welcome to the clean cut. I got it, in case you can't tell, I obviously got it done. I got the beard style today. We have a big day on Monday. I got something big on. Well, it's the thing I've been doing with Ade and our new co-host, who we won't talk about. Well, we're not going to mention who it is. We'll let I'm not going to announce that. I'll let the production company and all announce that. But yeah, we're doing that Monday, so I made sure that because it's early Monday morning. We're doing 2 shows on Monday, so I made sure to get in and get everything looking as good as I can. So I'm liking the clean shave though. I'm actually liking it. I'm thinking I'm getting used to it now. Absolutely, we're doing a live watch along for that. Absolutely, we are here until the end of May. And then we're just going back home to Ireland for a week. So yeah, live watch along next week for Dave Allen. Live watch along for the week after for Usyk Verhoeven. We won't do a Bivol watch along. I'm gonna just chill at home and watch that fight as it is. But yeah, we're liking it. Thank you. Honest to God, man, I really don't know why I didn't do it sooner. It's one of those things you don't know until you give it a go, and I'm wishing I'd done it sooner. Skinhead, I'm getting there with it, man. I'm getting used to it today. So I did a number 2 weeks ago, all over, and this is number 1. So we're getting there. We're easing our way to the full skinhead. We're easing our way into it. But the hats are now. I still wear the hat from time to time, but not on. I don't need to wear it. I wear it if it's cold out, which it isn't really these days. But I probably will bring the hat back in winter because it'll be cold. Happy for the career progression. I am hoping this, man, I'm crossing everything, that this is just the start of many things. I really am. Because it's a good, I'm enjoying the hell out of it. The show that we are doing, I like the concept. I'm enjoying it. The last 2 shows we did, I think have been very, very well. And they certainly, from the production end, they've been very happy with what they've seen. So, man, all I say is long may it last. If this goes well, man, if this actually goes well and it leads to something, I could afford to do this full time then. I could finally do this full time, which is my dream. I want to do this full time. Whether it be YouTube or broadcast in general, that's what I want to do full time. So if this works out the way we're hoping it will, man, I could finally get to do this full time. That'd be a dream, So let's go. Let's wait and see. But what a night for Chelli. Yeah, it was, yeah. Zak Chelli is the man. He is, I'm delighted for him. I really am. No, we don't have a date. Well, I don't know. We probably will get that sooner or later, but we will get a date on when it's being aired. And I'll let you go. Once I can talk about it, I'll let you guys know, as I'm sure Ade will as well. Because we're doing that together, me and him. Again, with a co-host, whom I won't mention. It's a lady. And I'm enjoying it. And certainly, people obviously like me and Ade and like the chemistry we have. Honestly, I'm quite enjoying the back and forths with our new lady co-host. I'm really enjoying it because she could certainly dish it out. I can certainly dish it back as well. I think we're enjoying it. I think people are liking. I know the team are liking what's going on as well. So yeah, you wait and see. You wait and see what's coming up. Is it Ali Drew? Thank God it isn't. No, it's definitely not her. Definitely not Ali Drew. But yeah, I think you guys are gonna like it. I said, they can dish it out. Ali Drew is nice. She's a decent presenter, but I wouldn't exactly call her, the most charismatic in the world, personally. I wouldn't go that far, but she's good. She's good at what she does. She does good work on those top tier shows. But yeah, long time no talk, mate. Bit offline for a while. Oh, is everything all right, man? I have to say though, sometimes going offline is the best thing you can do. Like it genuinely is. Is that paused? No, they're just advertising. I was wondering. I was thinking, is that buffering? But no, they're just showing a thing. Tiger Door and the ball looking really is really working. Yeah, man. I guess as the saying goes, you don't know until you give it a go. And we've done it, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it, man. What's weirder, the fact that Kelly or the fact that Morel got splattered, or Zak Chelli being a Muslim? I did wonder what he said at the start. I was thinking, what did that say actually? I was actually wondering that. Lots of men are converting, so it's not really. I wouldn't consider it that weird. But him stopping Morel, that was not in the script. That was not on. That was, yeah, it's a big up to Zak Chelli. Someone's saying Stevie Levy co-host. Well, considering I mentioned this week that I likened her to the real life Vicky Pollard, I don't think that would go down too well. I don't think that would go down too well. So it definitely ain't that. He's from Tunisia. Oh, is he originally? Or are you just saying that? Just been up the walls. Been up the walls, trying to focus on health. Down 2 stone since Jan. Man, that's good going, man. That's good going. When you get that the motivation when you start doing the gym and training and stuff like that, it wears off quick, and then you just have to get into that. As people say, like, it's not motivation, it's discipline. You have to make a part of your routine. So like I've changed my routine over the last couple of weeks as well. So what I've been doing is, and actually I feel all the better for it, and I'm enjoying it a lot more, is that I've always not been the worst kind of morning person. I haven't been. I've always been decent in the morning. But lately, I've been just, even on my days, like the weekend and stuff, like I'll do it tomorrow. I've been waking up at 6 a.m. deliberately, not because I can't sleep. I can sleep fine. And just getting up, doing a little bit of training in the morning. If I'm not training, going for a walk, and just even if I don't start work until 9. So, and I work from home most days, so I could literally crawl out of bed at 5 to 9 if I wanted to, and then log on. But I've just been doing that, and honestly, like, I'm sleeping a lot better. And not that I was ever a bad sleeper. I've always been a good one, but yeah, I've been enjoying it a lot more. And I think the Vicky Pollard thing. That Vicky Pollard thing made me, she just reminds me, so if you've never watched Vicky Pollard, from Little Britain, Stevie Levy just reminds me so much of her, the way, not in terms of the look, but the way she talks. Like Stevie Levy just talks 100 words a second. And Vicky Pollard, no, but yeah, but no, but yeah, but no, but she said this and she didn't say this, but then he gave her this and they just did it because she this. Literally, that's Stevie Levy. You were in the Cock Tavern the other weekend. You know what, right? I ate in the Cock Tavern in September, and I hadn't been in the Cock Tavern for about 5 years prior. It's lovely. I think it's lovely. It's not a place that I'd really go to for a night out, to be honest with you. But blimey, the Cock Tavern, they do a nice meal. They really do. They do a nice meal in there. And whereabouts in Swords were you, mate? Did you just go there, or did you go other places? Seeing the names of it's bringing me back home, man. See the channel popping. I'm in uni and the younger generations here don't know what Little Britain is. That's a shame because Little Britain was absolutely hilarious. I mean, you'd never, ever get away. But, you know, it's only when I look back on shows, and in particular, the 2000s in Britain were wild. You know the way they say that the 90s shows in the US were wild? Well, I was a little baby in the 90s. Like, I was born in the mid 90s, so I don't remember any of them. But I remember growing up in the 2000s, and the British shows were wild. Absolutely flipping wild. None of them. You'd never get them nowadays. Like, there was a show on Channel 4 called, I'm just going to call it Cojones of Steel. And we're going to just, you can obviously imagine what the reference was. It was like a hidden camera show. But some of the things they did and said, it was like, never in a million years would you get away with them today. Never in a million years would you ever get away with them today. But Little Britain was goat. That was goat. Little Britain was hilarious. Fat Fighters. Remember the Fat Fighters? I never really liked Bo Selecta, but I do remember, yeah, Nedge's Urban Sports, the Pain Men. And I hear, like, they're proper, like, launching into the throwbacks, right? Does anyone remember the MTV show, Dirty Sanchez? I'm pretty sure I can get away with that, right? Even though in America, that's an S act. But I watched an interview that one of the stars did only recently, and he said that they've got clearance to make Dirty Sanchez 2. Bear in mind, they made the first film at 20 years ago, 2006. And that was like, if you ever watched Jackass, imagine Jackass on steroids. That's what that was. So they are really going, and they are, you know, clinging on to the nostalgia. Dirty Sanchez 2 as well. They're all in their 50s now. Dirty Sanchez was, when you look back on it now, man, how on earth they ever got clearance to make a show like that is beyond me. That's why I mean, like, the 2000s in Britain, it was wild. The shows they were putting on, they were all good as well, but they were wild times. Some of the shows they put on in the 2000s in Britain, it was crazy. Channel 4 were doing it. MTV were doing it. I think, like, Top Gear, you know, some of the things they said on Top Gear back when it was Clarkson, Hammond and May, that was wild. The In-Betweeners, it was a wild time to be watching. And I was in school in the time, so we all watched Dirty Sanchez. We all loved it. It Crowd, yeah, that was another one. The guys who made Father Ted, they did the It Crowd. Such a shame when you think about Ali G. Oh, yeah. Ali G was hilarious, man. There was so much good stuff back then. It's such a shame. Like, you will never get some of them now. Zak Chelli, Bradley Ray. Bells just went there, by the way. Well, we reminisce on British shows of the 2000s that have long since left us, unfortunately. Unfortunately. They were hilarious. They were, honestly, man, they were, those were the days. Those were the days. And then people tried to imitate it as well. Yeah, that's the name. That's the name of the show. I wonder if I can get away with putting it up. But do you remember that? There was a guy, and he was actually the host of Fifth Gear. And I remember he went in, and his nickname, I think his act was called Mr. Inappropriate. And I remember in one of them, he went into, like, a local newsagent's, he bought a dirty magazine and a thing of tissues, and pretended he wasn't really doing it. And it was a little Indian couple who were running the store, and pretended to, you know, play with himself. This is the kind of things they were putting on TV back then. Now, obviously, it was post-Watershed, but still, it's crazy. Imagine doing that today. It was mental. It was mental, the things they were doing. Yeah, I love watching Ali G. Was hilarious. God damn, man. We're reminiscing on those 2000s in Britain. Honestly, they were wild. They were wild. It's such a shame. Tiger Mask. Oh, Knockout. Yeah, stuttered in MTV. Can't say I remember that one. What were those old Lenny? I never really found Lenny Henry funny, to be honest with you. I remember he was the Premier Inn guy for a while. He was like the, you saw him in all the Premier Inn ads. If I paid for Chisora Wilder on DAZN and the subscription comes out on the 10th, do I need to pay for this fight? Yes. Unless you got Ultimate Tier, I would imagine you would. Unless you got Ultimate Tier, then I would imagine so. You probably have to. I remember that one as well. What was he called? The gay following or something like that? Yeah, I remember him. I remember he pretended to be a psychologist to get people to stop smoking. And he goes to one of the guys, close your eyes, and I'm going to give you a substitute cigarette. And he gave him basically a vibrator and was like, shove it in your mouth. And the guy has a massive vibrator in his mouth. And as soon as he opens his eyes, his reaction is like, what? And he just turns around and goes, fancy a bum? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was funny. Man, there was so much good stuff back then. It's crazy. That's some good work, actually, from Liam Cameron. Whilst we reminisce on old... that didn't look good. That didn't look... incoming. Bradley Ree is a fast starter. Bradley Ree is a fast starter, and Liam Cameron's been caught cold early. So, not a good end to the round for Liam Cameron. I still don't... Yeah, peak South Park. That was peak South Park back then, where they just took the piss out of everything. Today, it's not the same. Like, I watched a couple of episodes of the recent series, and yeah, it's funny the stuff they're doing with Trump, but it's like, there was no story arc back then. They just did what they wanted to do, and it was funny. Whereas now, it's just like, it's like, never paying for another fight. What a ripoff. Remember when they said the pay-per-view, they said they were going to be the Netflix of sports, but Netflix decided, nah, we'll do that instead. Let's see the end of this round. That right hand. Oh, that was a left hook that started. Yeah, I mean, I will say with Ben Whittaker in the first fight, that was at a time when Whittaker's confidence was through the roof, and he wasn't even training with Andy Lee. He had no trainer, really. So what do you expect? He made probably Liam Cameron. He made Liam Cameron look better than he was. Because in reality, Liam Cameron is a very limited fighter. Extremely limited. Extremely limited. So I suspect that played a big part in it. Just the fact that, because again, Whittaker went through a spell in 2024 where he had no real trainer. He was just kind of he basically was acting like a know-it-all. And essentially, his performances were dipping as a result, I think. Now that he's with Andy Lee, you see, he's like, again, he's not in there with much, but, he's doing well. He's looking a hell of a lot better. Netflix is about to become... Yeah, well, if Netflix are getting AJ versus Fury... So they're getting AJ Fury. They're doing Mayweather versus Pacquiao 2. They're doing Amanda Serrano versus that Cayenne Pepper girl, who I've seen before, and she's awful, by the way. She's awful. Awful fighter. Diabolical. She made headlines years ago when she got a big swollen eye from a headbutt. But if you've ever seen Cayenne Pepper Hansen, she's awful. Don't know how she got that title shot. I really don't. Yeah, Liam Cameron is just being a... God damn, he is going to get stopped if he's not careful. Because there's no movement out of this guy. And Bradley Ree can punch. He can punch at 160 pounds and he can punch at 175 pounds. You ask Lyndon Arthur that. And Liam Cameron looks muck in there. He really does. He really does. Like, it's just... That's actually crazy. We've got Ekow Usyk next as well. Liam never had any delusion either. He's always been very open about his level. That is one thing. Well, I think he knows realistically what level he is. I don't think the Mayweather-Pacquiao should be happening for obvious reasons, but I'm actually kind of interested. I mean, that's the thing. That's the actual thing. Like, I mean, surely you'd make Manny favorite because Floyd's reflexes are going to be shot to bits, you would imagine. Manny can hang with, all right, Barrios is crap. We know that. But at the end of the day, like, he'd still beat a lot of welterweights. I don't think Floyd Mayweather would. At least Manny, he's been fighting infrequently, but he's been fighting real fights. So you got to make Manny favorite, surely. You'd absolutely. Struggling with women's boxing, to be fair. Yeah, I get it. It's definitely not come true naturally. All right, we can all, I think, agree on that. Some women's fights I really don't mind, and some of them can be quite fun. Some of them not so much. Like, I mean, like, you kind of know what you're going to get with some females. Amanda Serrano was normally pretty entertaining, to be fair. And big up to KO Kid Boxing. Big up to you. Thank you so much for the £5. It's greatly appreciated. Big up to G-Man. You can still call me G-Man, by the way. I don't mind either or. Cheers for all the content over the years, and big up Zak Chelli. Absolutely massive respect to Zak Chelli. I call him Jack there, but big up to him, and big up to Chelli and the G-Man. Big up. Yeah, no, massive shout out to Zak Chelli. Because Jack Rafferty's on screen, that's why I call him. Just saying. A big up to the 254 people that are in the building. And by the way, if you haven't already, if you could please consider hitting the like and hitting the subscribe button. We desperately want to hit 30k on this live. We're 15 shy of 30k. So if you haven't already, please consider hitting the like and hitting that subscribe and hitting that notification bell. We're already at 79 likes. We will get this. We are going to do this. Breakaway Alberta, big up. Are you actually over in Alberta? In Canada? In Calgary? Edmonton, Alberta, Calgary, Alberta. I treat women's boxing as intermission and will not return until it's over. A lot of people do that. And I can't lie, I do that for most female fights, I'm not going to lie. But there are some where I'm kind of like, right, I'll watch it. You've been subbed a long time if you're calling me G-Man. You've been subbed a long... This is why I always say, people, you've been subbed for a long time if you're referencing the pee bottle, if you're referencing the bag. That's how I know, right? These are OG subs because they are referencing some of the old things on here, like the pee bottle and the... and it wasn't my pee bottle, by the way. It was an intro for those who are new. No, it wasn't mine. We don't do that. All right, Captain, I'm running on 4 hours. Man, you were saying that last week, man. The night shifts are an absolute killer. Get the coffee into you, man. Get the coffee into you and you will be fine. But, man, you're at uni. You got to do what you got to do. It'll be all worth it in the end, man. Trust me, it'll be all worth it in the end. I know Hatman is doing a live as well. Surely, eventually we will. I wonder, is there a way you can actually, like, we could do it, like, link it, but have it go out on both our channels? So, I'm sure there is. The curtains, there you go. You see? That's how I know someone's an OG. They were awful curtains, I'm not even going to lie. I don't know why I didn't change them sooner. They were awful. You can't see the curtains in here. They're over there. Watching, yeah, that's someone I can't. No, I can't watch Clarissa Shields fight. She's so, oh my God, it's not fun. There's female fighters I like watching. Karis Artenstall. Don't know what's going on with her career. That other one, Savannah Marshall. Katie Taylor. Amanda Serrano. And I like Ellie Scottney, watching her, and Caroline Dubois. That's it. They're the only ones I really watch. The worst to watch is Sky Nicholson. She's awful to watch. Sure, Sky Nicholson's style is diabolical. It really is. It really is. It's like Dave Allen in terms of how people rate him and the opportunities he gets. It's a very good comparison. It's very, very good comparison, actually. Yeah, that's actually very good comparison, actually. When DD loses, is it over for him like Joe Joyce? Well, he's still very young, Benjamin. So, for a heavyweight, he's not even 30 yet. I think for Dubois, if he was to lose, the rehabilitation would need to be long. It would need to be long. They have time. And the problem is he's already been a pay-per-view. He's already been on pay-per-views and done Wembley. So how would you do it? David, top 15? I wouldn't put him in the top 15 personally. Not me personally. I mean, if you were to look at the top 15, I wouldn't. Personally, for me, I wouldn't put him there. I wouldn't put him there. He's probably in the top 30. Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that. But top 15? Nah. There's virtually no coverage. Yeah, they've not even done many interviews with him. They really... There's not been much coverage of anyone on the undercard, though. We've heard nothing from Jack Cattrall. There's not really been much done on anything. Yeah. So I reckon 11 p.m. Because if this fight ends early, they'll probably get a move on with the co-main. But that's got 12 rounds written all over it. So I suspect we're going... I think it's 11 o'clock. It's going to be a late one. It's going to be a late one, people. And because it's a late one, I might have to do a little recharge, as in I might have to bring the avatar out, as in like the Tyson Fury avatar, for maybe about 10, 15 minutes. Not anytime soon, but later on in the stream. Because when I'm streaming and I use the latest iPhone for streaming, it still drinks the battery. I get about nearly 3 hours from a full charge, which is pretty good when you're doing a live stream, when you have a plugged in mic and everything, because that drains it. It drinks the battery. Even on newer phones, that absolutely drinks it. 13 subs off, 30K. Oh, come on, we can do it. Lucky 13. We can actually, and 13 I actually do consider a lucky number for me. So that's a good sign. 13 off. We can do this, people. Surely we can do this. Seeing that avatar is always a treat. They really did him dirty with that avatar, didn't they? Like the worst kind of pick you can get of Tyson Fury post Usyk, where he's got the big bushy beard, the big frown, and it's just brilliant. That avatar with Fury is just, honestly, I do like bringing that one out from time to time. Do you know what's weird, right? When me and Ade do Ade and G-Man, right? And we do it over Zoom or StreamYard, because like I log on and make sure everything's right, I log in with the Fury avatar, and every time he sees it, he's just like, oh, down goes Liam Cameron. Okay, we could be seeing this done soon. Yeah, he's hurt. Yeah, he's not, yeah, he's done. All right, referee letting them carry on, but he's done, man. Oh, yeah. No, oh yeah, that's it. It's done. That's it. It's a wrap. Why is the referee? Yeah, there you go. That's it. It's done. Okay, so we might get the main event a little bit earlier then. What's happening with Cowboy? Do you know what's weird, right? Like, we're in the month of May, and Frank Warren only a couple of weeks ago was saying, like maybe in March, that we'd get him back out in May. Well, it's clearly not going to happen now because the May schedule is done. And there's nothing been announced for June or July. So, yeah, it's... Where are we at? Adelaide, TKV, or TKV. I'll probably pick Dave Allen based upon his recent performance over Dave Allen. Just based, if it was the TKV who fought Fraser Clark, no. But that TKV who turned up against Riakporhe, not to take away from Riakporhe, he looked awful. He looked diabolical in that fight. So I'd probably take Dave Allen over that. Oh, that was a lovely left hook. Oh, wow. Look at that. Lazy jab, boom. Oh, that was a cracking left hook. That was cracking. Boom. Look at that. Well, I think Dave Allen's ability at one point probably would have been good enough to get him a British title, but right now, no. No. I mean, Riakporhe, I don't know why Riakporhe, actually, that's something. I don't know why Riakporhe didn't just call out Dave Allen for a crack at the British title, instead calling out Johnny Fisher, because that's a gross mismatch if ever I saw one. At least with Dave Allen, he'll take some shifting. And you could look at that and say, okay, you know, let's see if Riakporhe how's the gas tank at heavyweight, because you'll go round with Dave Allen. It's been I've actually enjoyed it. I will say I saw Bakadir Jalilov earlier. Oh boy, I really don't know. You know, when he turned pro, and even in the amateurs, he looked so good. Last couple of fights, he's looked awful. Genuinely, right? He's looked like an old man. And he's only 31. He's done nothing as a pro. He dominated the amateurs. He looks awful his last couple. He really does. I don't know what's gone on there. So that Keyshawn Davis versus Albright, that's going to be a fun fight, because the two of them really don't like one another. They really don't like one another, the two of them. That's going to... I was talking to someone from DAZN this week, and it was someone who's kind of internal in DAZN, and he was saying he doesn't think they're even going to do a press conference for that fight, because they're so volatile. They hate one another, the two of them. They really do. So I'd pick Bivol, but stylistically the fight would be perfect. I'm assuming that is with regard... Oh yeah, Bivol and Benavidez. Yeah, I'd probably make Bivol favorite too, to be honest with you. But I don't know how... He wouldn't have an easy time of it. It'd be close. It'd be like the Beterbiev fights in that sense. It'd be very, very close and competitive. Be extremely close and competitive, I think. Damn, 103 likes already. There you go. We are smashing it tonight, people. Look, hopefully we can get into because this is early, and normally when it's this early, it's normally a sign of a good thing. So hopefully we can get into into the hundreds on this stream. Hopefully, it's always nice to get into the hundreds, you know. No sparkling water today. It's just the regular plain. It's just the regular plain water. I know, Ben. I'll name this account later. Great name. To think Hatman was saying Shalalov can beat Atelma. Well, maybe Shalalov firing on all cylinders. I'm sure he could do well, but the Shalalov I've been seeing lately, he doesn't beat Atelma. No way. No way. He is literally he looks like someone who's not confident in a pro ring. Maybe it's because he spent too much time at the amateurs. I don't know. But he doesn't look confident at all. Hey, G-Man, how are you doing? From Name This Account Later. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing really good. I had a good day today. Done a little bit of training this morning. Got the hair shaved. Got the beard styled. And I just chilled. Watched a bit of TV. Watched some of the games. And here we are. We are ready to talk boxing for the next couple of hours. And it's going to be fun. And we're going to enjoy it. And I've got a long weekend as well. I'm not working Monday because I've got stuff on. So we are good. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. I drink tons of sparkling water because I take creatine. Don't like either or for me. Like I drink a lot of water. I only drink bottled water in London because the water in do not drink the water in the tap in London. I would back home because it's way more filtered. Tastes way cleaner. But I don't really mind whichever if I go into like the shops and there's sparkling I really don't care. For me, it's either or. Sparkling, I probably would be my preference, to be fair, if I had to, but either or. Bivol's arguably the most defensively sound fighter of this generation, and it's almost purely down to how he drills the fundamentals. His footwork is insane. Yeah, Bivol's footwork, to me, is probably better than someone like an Oleksandr Usyk. And Oleksandr Usyk has great footwork. Defensively, he's hard to hit. He's hard to pin down. I can't see... I can see how it's going to be a competitive fight, but I can't see Benavidez winning. I really can't. Current look reminds me of George Groves later on in his career. Do you know what? Like, George Groves, I think, looked better bald than he does now that he got the transplant. Like, the bald head suited George Groves. The hair is just kind of... Maybe it's because he's filled out so much and not in a good way. But I genuinely thought that, George Groves bald, it worked for him. No, I don't really drink Dr. Pepper much these days. Oh, he'll definitely beat Verhoeven. I'd be flipping amazed if he doesn't. I suspect he'll be targeting the winner of tonight's fight. I suspect that's what he's going to look to do. Target the winner, or I really don't know. I mean, they're saying Turkey is saying he wants to do not in a good way. George can be doing like that. Yeah, George filling out. He's really been filling out. I remember me and Ade went to the York Hall. This a couple of years ago. And we went to a York Hall for a channel. It was Harlem Eubank was fighting, actually. And George Groves was combating. And literally, Barry Jones was sat next, and George went off to the toilet, and Barry was like, look what he has next to his desk. And it was literally like 2 bags of Haribo and a big thing of Coke. And like Coca-Cola, obviously. And I'm like, yeah, he's never fighting again. He's enjoying himself. I was like, damn, someone's really got a sweet tooth, loving the Haribo and the Coca-Cola. If Wardley wins, it's Usyk, and if Dubois wins, it's Telma. Yeah, I would actually tend to concur with that. If Wardley wins, I mean, the fact that they're like training partners, it's unlikely that you'll get in a Telma fight. They're both with Ben Davison. But if Dubois wins, no one wants to see an Usyk trilogy. See, it's not even that we don't want to see it. We've seen it twice, and it's really been one-way traffic. So what's the third fight going to do? It's not going to do anything. So for me, it's like, just get this fight done. Get, Usyk Wardley if it happens, or if Dubois wins, do a Telma. Pause. Or fight a Telma. Fight a Telma. Where's Adam? Has Adam Azim gone? Feel like Dalton Smith is now favorite. I think I probably would have always gone I think I always would have went for Dalton Smith in that fight, but Adam Azim fights on BBC, I think in 3 weeks. I think he's fighting on the 30th of May. Is it in the OVO? I think it might be in the OVO. But yeah, I can't say I'm exactly looking forward to that fight. I can't say it's going to be, one for the ages or anything like that. I think it's just going to be, a standard boxer show, which these days they ain't great, to say the least. They ain't great. I don't know what boxer are doing. It's just it's really kind of sad when you see what's happened with boxer. It really is. It's just like, damn, it's just crazy. Don't think Usyk is interested enough for a Telma for me. I reckon Caballel is more likely. Maybe. And the fact that, Usyk going to Germany, that's where the Klitschko's, had all those fights back in the day. So, yeah, Usyk probably would entertain that fight more than in a Telma fight. Turkey changes his mind like the weather. 1 minute he wants to see a Telma, the next minute he wants to see Benavidez, then he wants to see Fury, then he wants to see Caballel. It's just he chops and changes his mind like the weather, Turkey. He really does. So, I don't know who Usyk's going to fight next, but Usyk has 1 foot out the door. We've got to remember that, because Usyk he's already planning for what's happening next. Yeah, so I've heard. Shakur going to Zuffa. Well, it makes sense. It makes sense if you want to get the Conor Benn fight, but not from a career perspective. I mean, yeah, I just don't get it. The Zuffa thing, listen, I would have no problem. And in fact, I'd probably be advising fighters to go to Zuffa if it wasn't for the fact that Zuffa are talking about doing their own weight categories, their own belts, their own this. That to me is a big red flag, because you're alienating yourself from big fights, and you're putting yourself in a situation where you're losing all negotiating power because you're not going to have any belts. The Zuffa belts, no one cares about that. And he said, I'm not going to work with. See, if Dana White had said, yeah, I'll be willing to work with the promoters, I'm willing to recognize that I'm just going to be another promotional outlet, I'd be saying, go for it. Dana White, yeah, go for that. Sky Sports in the UK, Paramount in the US, bloody sign me up. But with the way he's been doing it, I'm like, nah, I don't know if that's a good idea. Unless you just want to be like Conor Benn and just make money, in which case it's a great idea. But if you want to make, a career, if you want to, be undisputed, win world titles, it ain't the place for you, mate. And for Shakur, it ain't the place. Haney match would be possible. Apparently, he's going to Zuffa as well. So I've heard. Yeah, well, then that would make a lot of sense. What time's the main event? So we're into the co-main. The main event is next after the co-main. So I reckon, depending on how quick, I'm going to say 11 o'clock. I reckon 11 o'clock. That's my best guess. Sen said that Morrell always fought in Minnesota for a reason. Yes, this is a strange place, not a place you associate with boxing, Minnesota, at all. It's a very northern state. Yeah, like, I don't know. I mean, like most Cubans, they'll either fight out of Texas or they'll fight out of Florida, which are they're 2 southern states. Minnesota is way up north. It makes no sense. I don't get it. But to each his own. Maybe he likes Minnesota. I don't know. Never been to Minnesota. No intention of going, but I don't know. Zuffa need a marquee fighter like a Telma. Yeah, they don't have one. Like, Shakur is not that. Said you were saying of a broken clock yesterday, and my missus said she never heard me say such a smart thing. I wonder where I got it from. It's a fairly common saying. I would have thought. I'm surprised. Where's your missus from? It's a fairly common saying, to be fair. The broken clock is right twice a day. I've heard loads of people say that over the years. Who are your top 3 most entertaining fighters to watch? Always thought Ted Cheeseman. Whatever happened to him? Whatever happened to Ted Cheeseman? Because he got knocked out badly by Troy Williamson years ago. That was the same day in the UK that Fury fought Wilder in the trilogy fight in the US. And he got knocked out in that fight, and we've never heard from him since. And he's still not that old. He might only be 30 years old. But Ted Cheeseman, for like the last 2 years of his career, he was taking beating after beating after beating. And I mean big beatings. Big beatings. But yeah, Ted Cheeseman was always fun to watch. I mean, I guess out of current fighters, who do I enjoy watching? Who would I think is fun to watch? Well, to be fair, the two guys fighting tonight. Oh, the egg and the cheese. Yeah, that was. Yeah, the egg and the cheese. I remember that one. And big up to Sam Egerton. He announced his retirement last night from boxing. What a legend. You know, European champion, British champion. It's nothing to scoff at. Nothing to scoff at whatsoever. Butterbean. Oh my god. I don't even know if I was born for some of Butterbean's fights. I know he fought Larry Holmes near the end, but yeah, Butterbean was the quintessential gimmick fighter. He was the quintessential. And back then, gimmick fighters were just treated as that. They were treated as a gimmick. Today, gimmick fighters are treated as like legitimate, and they're, headlining shows. They're doing this. Whereas back in the 90s, a gimmick fighter like Butterbean was just that he was a gimmick. It's just like, yeah, stick him on an undercard, 4 rounds. There you go. He goes in, he knocks the guy out, he moves on. You don't take him seriously as a contender, but, you have a bit of fun. Today, it's like, yeah, a bit relieved there. He hung the gloves up, to be fair. He had enough wars. Egerton, yeah, it's quite incredible, really, because when I was watching that fight last week, they did the tail of the tape. Excuse me. They did the tail of the tape. And, excuse me. They did the tail of the tape, and 32 years old. I was like, damn, I remember his fight 10 years ago with Frankie Gavin. So he's been around for a long time. Yeah, Ward and Gaddy lost money on Morel decision. To be fair, I think a lot of people lost money on Morel. There's no way anyone saw that coming. None of us did. I didn't see it coming. No one, I don't think anyone saw that coming. Zak Chelli would knock out Dave Morel. That's crazy. I sparred against Egerton several times. Lads, total class. It's weird, right? Because Egerton looked quite good, like very early in his career. I remember he fought a Frank Warren fighter back in the day, Ted Cheeseman, called Asinia Byfield. And Byfield was on a good run of form. He picked up some good wins in the away corner. I think he headlined or he co-mained one of Frank Warren's earlier, TNT shows. So he was doing quite well. But he went in there against Ted Cheeseman. People were kind of 50-50, like, could Cheeseman come unstuck? Because Cheeseman was unbeaten at the time. And Cheeseman beat the brakes off Asinia Byfield, beat the brakes off him. And that led a lot of people, myself included, thinking, oh, we're onto something here. And then he fought that Sergio Garcia. And that was the beginning of the end, really, right there. Because he took a big beating in that fight. Took a beating in a draw against Kieran Conway. He lost to, I can't remember the fighter's name. The guy who beat Fowler, Anthony Fowler, who unfortunately, he went off the rails. What was his name? You know who I'm talking about. That guy who beat Anthony Fowler, who gave him his first loss. Was it Scott something? What was his name? I'm sure someone in the comment section will remind me on that. But he beat Ted Cheeseman. And then Metcalf, Scott Fitzgerald, thank you. Scott Fitzgerald. I knew it was Scott something. I just couldn't remember the last name. He beat Ted Cheeseman. And then Cheeseman, I remember when he fought Metcalf, that was a decent fight. They were all hard fights, though. So he went through a stage where it was just hard fight after hard fight. And then he fought that guy, you know what? I'm going to sound harsh with this, but he did kind of have the, when you look at someone and they're in their early 20s, because I think he was in his early 20s at the time, but their face looks like it's aged prematurely. That's normally a sign of someone who's taken excessive, how you doing? So, that can't really say I'm surprised at that. And I did hear people say things like that he did have a bit of a, not necessarily that, but that he had some issues per se. Scott Fitzgerald was sad. It was a sad one for Fitzgerald because he did have bags of talent. Like, he was British champion and he should have done so much more. He had issues outside the ring, a lot of issues outside the ring. He had substance issues. He had one fight in 2021 and he really shouldn't have been in the ring that night because he was clearly dosed up on God knows what, antidepressants and things like that. And that was it. He never fought again after that. And that's a real what if, because Scott Fitzgerald was very talented fight, because he was the underdog against Anthony Fowler. Anthony Fowler was like Matchroom's next big, he's the next kind of GB guy. We're going to have this, that, and the other. And yeah, well, he got the brakes beat off him by Fitzgerald. And Fitzgerald did kind of push on because he got the win and he was British champion over Ted Cheeseman. And then 2020 happened, went off the rails a bit, and then there was interviews with Fitzgerald ahead of that fight in 2021. In my opinion, he should never have been fighting, and he won that fight, but he shouldn't have been fighting. He was in a real bad way. You could tell there was a lot. A lot going on there. He shouldn't have been in the ring, and it's sad because, again, there's a very talented fighter who we don't know what he could have achieved. It's very sad. Same with Cash Farouk as well. The guy who fought Lee McGregor, he was looking amazing in 2021, and I think he had a brain scan or something to do with his brain. And it was just weird because he didn't get hit much, but they saw something and he had to retire, just like that. And again, it was weird because he was defensively quite good, Cash Farouk. So that was a real shock. And he'd been looking so good. So good. He was fighting on Matchroom shows. What do I make of... Well, I was chatting with Joe Stunner about this during the week. And he's of the opinion, because he knows a little bit more about it than I do. And he reckons that Kinahan is facing serious time. That one of his kind of associates has confessed to a red rum. We'll call it that. And yeah, he's not looking. It's not. I thought he'd probably get off with a slap wrist or something, but no. Apparently, El Chapahan is he's up a creek without a paddle. We all know the name of that creek. He's up a creek without a paddle, by all sounds of things. So, round one: Jack Rafferty, Ekow, Usman. It's gonna be interesting to see how Ekow Usman reacts in this fight, because this is his first fight after that. Takes a nice jab there from Jack Rafferty. This is his first fight after the... Yeah. I think Kella is going to be absolutely devastated. Not that he worked with, El Chapahan, but he was his best customer. But yeah, Ekow Usman being knocked out badly by Jack Catterall in his last fight. And that was a fight in which it was neatly in the balance. Jack Catterall did... Are me and Ade still mates? Absolutely. Me and Ade only filmed together on Tuesday. We're filming again on Monday. We're just doing a different show. But yes, we are absolutely still mates. Blimey. Of course we are. I'm only on to him there the other day. I was telling him about the new wardrobe I'm getting. Yes, I know. New wardrobe with the new hair. You should have seen his face when he saw the shaved head. It was hilarious. It was actually insane. When he saw my shave, he had the shaved head. And then when he saw on Tuesday the jacket, it was... I'm turning heads every week with Ade. Every single time he sees me, it's something new. It's something new, and it's like, mate, I'm like, I know. You thought you knew me. You didn't. I've got some tricks up my sleeve. I talked to Joe Stunner quite a bit, actually. I actually mean to get back to him. He sent me a WhatsApp there the other day, and I actually still mean to flip and get back to him. So apologies to Joe Stunner if he's watching. I will be getting back to you. I speak with him quite a bit. Actually. Meet up with him for a coffee the odd time as well. Actually, on Monday, that's what we did. We went for a coffee together. So it was funny. We walked around, and a sub recognized me and him, and he was like, "G-Man and Joe Stunner." I was like, "There you go, You might see one. You see two of them walking together in tangent. There you go." But who's your money on in this fight or the main event? In the main event, Wardley. This fight, I don't really have a pick between Rafferty. Rafferty started the first round better. And you have to remember, Ekow Usman, he is getting up there in age. And I wouldn't look it. Really doesn't look it. But he is getting up there in age. And I think given the fact that his last fight, he did look so good in it, but to end it in a devastating KO like that, I don't know. How much residual damage is there? Because so far in this fight, he's not looked too bad. Looks like Ekow was trying to land a KO shot. Well, he can punch, Ekow Usman. He can punch a little bit. He is more a volume type of guy. But there is some pop there. Oh, but he doesn't want to be doing that, walking into shots like that from Jack Rafferty. Jack Rafferty can bang a little bit as well. Jack Rafferty has looked pretty good. I remember he had that. Was it Mark Chamberlain he had that draw against? Okay, I assumed you say JO and then okay. I was like, he definitely means KO. I was like, he definitely means KO. Say try again. Nah, he's good. He definitely means KO. He definitely meant that. But yeah, Misfits was invented after multiple meetings with Kella, and nah, Misfits is I trust Misfits just being KSI. I do trust that. With the whole El Chapahan thing, look, I wouldn't be shocked if he is still involved in some way, but it's looking like he's going to end up banged to rights. So we'll watch this situation unfold and see. Because I really did think with the whole El Chapahan situation, he'll probably get like a minor charge. Like none of the big ones will stick. But no, I mean, like Joe Stunner thinks he's banged to rights. So let's see. And I mean serious charges. So let's wait and see. It's going to be very interesting. You do wonder then what happens with like some of the associates. Because, you know, Coogan was happy to point out that he's mates with El Chapahan, which I think is a very silly thing to do. But I'm not Coogan. I mean, I guess he knew what he was doing, or he thought he did. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. The running gag with Kella Sauerland has always been that he's someone who likes a bit of how you doing. Whether he does or not, I don't know. But everyone jokes about it to the point where Kella at one stage was actually, you know, acknowledging the comments and was telling people, keep them coming. I remember one interview with Coogan where he said, where Coogan was like, he read through the comments and he was like, I love them. Keep them coming. Keep the comments coming. So he knows damn well. People, that's why Kella is so likable, because he just embraces the banter. He embraces it. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get 30K tonight. Well, people, there is currently 260 people in the building, all right? We are currently, at this very minute in time, 11 subs of 30,000. Now, I desperately want to hit it on this stream. Desperately. So we're 11 subs off 30K. Can we do it? And I did say, and I stand by this, if we hit 30K, I will do a live, and it'll have to be tomorrow. I'll do a live celebrating it. I hadn't planned on having any alcohol this weekend, but I'll do a live where I'll drink a pint of Guinness. I'll have a pint of Guinness as the kind of celebratory drink, right? Again, hadn't planned on drinking this weekend, but I will do that if needs be. And Rebecca just subbed. Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate that. German last name, is that Rebecca Whatzel? That German? Just out of interest. But thank you for subbing. There we go. We are getting there, people. We're getting there. We're into single digits. 30K has been a grind. It's been a grind to get this 30K. Feels like I'm trying to get 10K all over again. That was the worst. Trying to get 10K. That took a long time. YouTube makes no sense to me. Less characters for a paid chat than a free chat. That actually is a good point, actually. That's a very weird one. If you were to donate like £2, you only get something like 50 characters or 50 like things, 50 letters. If you use a fiver, you get more. It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. It don't make sense to me. That is weird, actually, when you think about it. You don't pay anything and you get like 200 letters. You give some money and you only get like 50. It's just, that actually doesn't make sense. It's only when you say it and you think about it, you're like, yeah, it doesn't actually make sense at all. It really doesn't. Who the hell is that? Michael Offa. Now, he has banter. I will say that. Michael Offa has banter. He has banter. Ring walk time for main event. If this fight ends early, then the main event could be on by half. I reckon 11 o'clock, personally, for me. I reckon 11 o'clock. Safe bet. Could be a late one tonight, lads. Could be doing a late one. Could be going till midnight. But we love it, don't we? We love these lives. Dubois will smoke his you-know-what. He'll smoke his behind. Pause. Poor man. Sam Jones is cool. I actually quite like Sam Jones. I don't mind Sam Jones. Michael Offa is funny. He's got a bit of banter, though. With Sam Jones. Remember he was Joe Joyce was the guy. I'm sure he was around long before. But Sam Jones first came into prominence to me when he was managing Sam Jones. Well, he was managing Joe Joyce, I mean. And my apologies on that one. How's the change looking, mate? Make sure to get it topped up before the main event. Oh, the charge looking. Yeah, see, here's the thing. If the main event happens, I probably will, just to be sure, give it a quick dart. Just to be sure. But we should be okay. We should be okay. If I need to give it a quick dart, it'll be for like 10 minutes. Literally, it'd probably be for 10 minutes. One thing about the latest iPhones, they're very quick to charge. You don't want Joe Joyce doing his own talking. No, not really. Thoughts on Simon Jordan unboxing now? The concept of Simon Jordan doing the Cauldron is good. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that it's just, you just didn't have the fighters to make it something, if that makes sense. You just didn't have the fighters to make it something. I think that it's a good idea. I think that someone like, oh, that was a good right hand from Jack Rafferty. I think someone like Simon Jordan, he would get under the fighters' skins. He's someone who doesn't give a damn, Simon Jordan. That's what I like about him. And he's got a lot better. He's got a lot better at his coverage of boxing. He's not so much of a Fury sycophant. So, he's a lot more, and he's been actually kind of speaking out against Fury as well. So I'm really starting to, I'm warming a lot to Simon Jordan. I really am. He was very much a Fury sycophant a couple of years ago, and that was annoying because he just wouldn't give Usyk credit. It was constantly Tyson Fury, this, that, and the other. But yeah, I'm warming to him now. Fury has all this. Whoa, damn. Yeah, Dubois is not a speaker. Fabio Wardley is very polite. You need characters. And in particular, could you imagine like Derek Chisora and Dylan White doing that Cauldron with that dad? Oh boy. Could you imagine John Fury and someone like that? Yeah, then it'd be something. I hope in the future broadcasters include DAZN broadcast in 4K. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it? If Dubois flattens Wardley later, would you say AJ loses to Dubois, loss doesn't look too bad anymore? Well, it's not the fact that it looks bad. What looked bad for AJ is the manner of it. If he flattens him, I mean, it depends. Like, AJ just fought a silly fight, he fought a reckless as hell fight. And just, you were looking at that and you were like, what on earth are you doing? Like, you literally couldn't be playing more into Daniel Dubois' strengths if you tried. And people, 9 subs off 30K. Oh, I really want to, I want to do 30K, but I want to do it with you. I want to do it with everyone, like, on here. Don't be fooled. He's only beefing Fury because Fury stopped TalkSport access. That is actually a good point. I do remember that, which is crazy that he did. Like, yeah, that's the thing about Fury. Like, he can dish it out, but he can't take it. Like, banning TalkSport. And I've always, well, I don't know if I've always said it, but TalkSport is like the one network I would love to work with more than any. Like, that's the one. For me, not even DAZN, TalkSport is the one I would absolutely, if I could do some form of something on TalkSport, I would be so happy. That's my fave. That would be the one platform, and I'm not working with TalkSport now, just so you know. But I'd love to. That'd be the one I'd love to get onto, TalkSport, because it just looks so much fun. Everything, the coverage, oh, man, that's the dream. That is the dream. TalkSport for me would be just the bee's knees. 8 subs off now, and thank you to Stella Gayton for just subbing. Appreciate it. 8 off. 29,992. 29,992. 30K people. That'd be something. That would be, I just thinking of that number is like, yes, that's what we want. And actually, for people, I am watching this fight, and it is actually a decent little scrap. Ekow Usman, what's up with his fell protector? That fell protector is way too. That's a bit weird. That is actually a little bit weird because you see that with overweight heavyweights where the fell protector, you see it with Dave Allen an awful lot, where the fell and Fury, where the fell protector is just popping up and up and up and up and up. Triple knee, someone said. G-Man, what's your walkout song if you ever happened in the ring? If you were ever in the ring? Do you know what? I was asked this question on the show that me and Ade and our new co-host are doing last week. So not the past week, the one before that. And I didn't know that question was coming up, and I couldn't think. And I was the first person they asked. And I was like, crap, what would be my walkout? If I had a chance to really think about it, I would go with Exhibit X. Exhibit X. That'd be my walkout team. If you ever heard that song, look it up. Exhibit the rapper. It's Exhibit and just the title X. I would use the real version, the uncensored version too. That'd be my walkout song. I stand by that. That'd be a great walkout song too. I'm a biggie. I love Exhibit. It's probably my favorite rapper. So yeah, that would be the one. That'd be my go. That would be my walkout song. Because I couldn't. It's, you know, when someone asks you that and you're not expecting, you're like, what do I think? And like, what would I think of? And brother BLK Sports Entertainment, shout out to G-Man and everyone in the chat. Appreciate the good work. Appreciate it. And shout out from South Bronx. Wow, South Bronx in New York City. Big up to you, my man. Appreciate that. And yes, you get a shout out. Absolutely. Damn, South Bronx in the US, in NYC. I always love it when I hear like where people are watching from. Like there's someone from Arizona last week, from Vietnam. It's crazy. X to the Z. That's the one. And that song, X, it features Snoop Dogg and it features Dr. Dre in it. Well, not really. Like, it's more Snoop Dogg. It's more Snoop Dogg, who he does a little bit in it as well. Is way better than Five Lives coverage. Of course. Me and Bunsey, there's no comparison. There's no comparison. You should go to Andy Lee's gym and interview him and the fighters. Well, I don't live in Dublin anymore. And if I am, I live in the complete opposite end of Dublin. To where Andy Lee's gym is in Ballsbridge. I'm from Swords. They're like Ballsbridge, Swords. They're completely different ends of Dublin. Lagos in Nigeria, a place I would love to visit. I see the shows that are out there and that they're doing. It's a place I would absolutely, desperately love to see. I see Ade when he's out there and I'm just like, yep, that's on the list. Nigeria, Japan, and America, and Central America, but primarily kind of, it's a work in progress, but we'll get there. We shall get there, absolutely. All right, round 5 is underway. Seems to me Jack Rafferty is just in complete control of this fight. Like, it really is. Tear gas in Nigeria. I did see that with Joe Loris. And he went and started making videos about things. And I mean, to say the R word when it came to Joe Loris would be a flippant understatement. Idiot. Things he was coming out saying. Swear to God. So, yeah, I did see that. But look, I don't think that's something. I don't think that's the norm. I would love to go over and just see. I'd love to see the culture in Africa as well. I'm sure it'd be amazing in Nigeria. Oh yeah, the son would absolutely. Could you imagine? The son would absolutely have a field day with me, but I don't mind. I don't mind. It's an experience. It's an experience. I don't mind. I'll be all right. McKinson pulled out too, did he? I could have sworn I saw him fight on that show, actually. Is a man of culture he would love in. He's a man of culture he would be loved in West Africa. A lot of places in West Africa, like Ghana, but Lagos, from what Ade has shown me and the things I've seen, it just looks beautiful. It looks amazing. Place I really would love to see. Really would. That's that. I will say that what Dwayne says there, the Nigerian roads, they do look a little bit on the scary side. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. They look a little bit scary. I ain't gonna lie. But even Southern Africa, like I know where Hatman is. in Southern Africa. That looks amazing because he's done some vlogs, like tour vlogs of what he is. I have to say, though, the place Hatman was Costa Rica before he went to Africa, the tour vlog, the walking vlog he did there a couple of years ago, it just made me want to go Tamarindo. It's literally still why. Even now and again, I go back and watch it, and I'm like, yep, that's a place I got to see. Do you have to be Nigerian to fight? No. Certainly not. They've had plenty. I think Tony Yoke has been on, and obviously, French Nigerian, of course. But there's definitely a lot of. I know they've had people, but they've had white guys fight on some of those cars as well. Moving to Uruguay after my degree, if I ever get the chance to, I'd recommend it. It's a beautiful country. South America is generally underrated. That it is. I think most people focus too much on Brazil. Not that it's not a nice country, it is. But South America is huge. It's massive. There's so many good places in South America you can go other than Brazil. Guantanamo, places like that. Even Chile. I know a few people who've been to Chile and they stand by. They say it's beautiful. Peru, Machu Picchu in Peru. Absolutely amazing sites down there. Any good sites to watch it on? Do you know what? I've found and I'm not going to link it, of course not, but there's a site called ppv.to, right? Just type that in. It's brilliant. I watch the football with it all the time. ppv.to. I watch the football on it all the time. And I found it very good, very helpful. Antarctica, yeah. We all want to go there. We all want to go there. Legend. Thank you. The hand wraps. Don't mention the hand wraps. Do you remember last time he got, when he fought Usyk, it was real late when he got the hand wraps. It could get you in trouble, yeah. If you start, that's why I have to delete the bots when the bots come in posting links, because it can get you, and big up to Jake every time. How are you, mate? It can get you in a lot of trouble if you do that. Yeah, well, it can get you in trouble, but it can get your channel flagged and stuff. You don't, nah. Big up to Lawrence the Chief. I gotta turn the mouse back on. Say what you want to say about Fabio Wardley's fundamentals, but he consistently moves and frustrates Dubois and will set him up with something lethal. I could well see it. I'm going with Wardley to win this fight, and I'm good, mate. I'm really good. We've got a big fight planned tonight. It's going to be good. I just got a nice £5 super chat. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that, my friend. So yeah, I'm feeling very happy. Channel's been going well the last couple of weeks. I'd probably not put as much effort in as I should have, but it's still been going well. We're 5 subs off 30k, people. Oh my God, look at that. 5 subs off 30k. Well, I always say this, right? I never want a fighter to win. I don't care who wins, but I think Wardley will win. But for me, I just want to see a good fight. I very seldom ever say I want this fighter to win. I mean, I will say I wanted Usyk to beat Fury. I will say that the first time, because of the F3 that Fury was doing in the run-up to it, and I don't mean in the run-up fight week, but the 2 years prior. So I did want Usyk to win for that reason. And I knew if Fury won, we'd go back to him holding the belt hostage and people like that. But, for the most part, AJ Fury, don't care who wins. I think Fury wins, don't care who wins. Usyk versus whoever, don't care who wins. Just, I think someone will win, and that's it. Very seldom I'd look at a fighter and think, oh, I think you'll win, but I also want you to win. I try and be as neutral as I can be. Yeah, we're only 5 off. Literally 5 subs off, man. Well, I don't use it. That was Tyen Boot who used it. Tyen Boot used to use that on some of his old lives. And I remember I think that was the foot. I think his feet just went there. I think it was balanced with Ekow Usman, who is not in this fight at all. And he's starting to shift a little bit of punishment. Jack Rafferty is starting to get a little bit more confident with that right hand, letting that go a little bit more. Oh, landed a right hand on him there as well. So yes, we're now 4 off. 4 subs and 30k. People, 4 subs, and we've got 30,000 subscribers. Haven't seen Ty Boot in years. Yeah, you know what, right? Ty Boot, when he first started doing those lives about 5 years ago, they were hilarious. They were must watch. Because all he was doing was trolling Oleksandr Usyk. All he was doing was trolling Coogan. He was trolling Ebony Bridges and Shannon Courtney, and they were all biting. It was hilarious. And that was the thing. Coogan, he used to troll Umar, but Umar embraced it. So that stopped Ty Boot from trolling him. But Coogan, oh, they're retiring him. Oh, they've pulled him out. They've pulled Ekow Usman out. It's over. Wow. So we are getting the main event early, man. It's ending. I was genuinely thinking this is going to be a midnight job because they're going to get the main event's going to be on next. So we got main event, and your wife just subscribed. Is it the hair? Is it the head? Is it the haircut? I used to have a Be Safe T-shirt as well, and if you go back and look, 2 subs off now, people. Only 2 more. 2 subs off. If you look back 5 years ago with some of my old videos 5 years ago, I had a better hairline back then. That's why I don't look at them. But there were vids where I had the Be Safe T-shirt. I don't know what ever happened to that. Because it was there one minute and it was gone the next. I don't know what happened to that Be Safe T-shirt. But I used to train in it. He was getting battered in there. Umar, who's now over in Dubai. I think he's doing real estate. Yeah, I think he's doing some real estate stuff or something over in Dubai. Hey, look, all the more to him. Although saying that, like for me, I would want to stay in boxing in some sense, but to each his own at the end of the day. He likes the retail end and investing. Okay, that's your thing. You go and do it. You're doing it in the right place, tax haven. But yeah, I don't know. And Box Nation, the YouTube channel, hasn't been the same since Umar left because Ali Drew just doesn't bring views in. I mean, the views on that channel are just diabolical. They really are. They are diabolical. For a channel with over 100k, some vids don't even bring in 100 viewers. People, that is diabolical. I don't think I ever had a mug. I never had a Thai FL mug, but I did have the. Oh my God, there it is. No way. People, 30k. We hit 30k. Look, oh man, I'm savoring that. Look at that. Actually, it's 30k and 2. Please no one unsubscribe. Please don't do it to me. 30,000. Wow. Damn, that's made me happy. 30k, look at that. Damn. Don't unsub. Please don't do it. Don't do that. Don't. I'm taking in the moment. I'm savoring that. Someone did. Please don't. I'm taking that moment in. Oh man, that's thanks, mate. Appreciate it. 30 quid for 30k. I appreciate. Oh man, I'm so happy with that. Damn. 30k. That's actually crazy. That is genuinely crazy. Thank you to everyone who subscribed, by the way. Let's keep subscribing going, please, if you haven't already. We're at 30k. You want to keep that up, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. But yeah, man, I'm chuffed to bits with that. Yeah, genuinely chuffed to bits with that, man. 30k. First time on stream that's ever happened. I didn't hit 20k on stream. Didn't hit 10k on stream. I've maybe gone from like 21 to 22 or something like that, which is still good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy that. But like, that's a milestone. 30k. I think when you hit like numbers like that, it makes it kind of like when people say like you can get like 100k, when you see like numbers like that, you're like, actually, it can be done. Because 30k is like, that's actually just even reading that. Like, see that there, road to 40k, which is what it is. Even reading that is just like, yikes. Yeah, road to 40k. That's crazy. man, that's just wow. Yeah, so we're actually, because obviously we've got more than 30K now. So we're literally right at this minute in time, less than 20K off. I know it's a long way away, but we're less than 20K off 50K. 30K in relation to a boxing channel is massive. That's the thing. Like 30K in the grand scheme of YouTube is not, it's good, but in the grand scheme of YouTube, it's reasonably small, reasonably. It's not to knock it. But for a sport like boxing, like if you think about it like this, right? There are gaming channels that have 100K and they don't really get, that much opportunity. Like they get some, don't get me wrong, but they wouldn't get that much. Like, I mean, like I'm literally doing a show with Ada and a co-host that's going out on a network in the UK off the back of having a channel with 30K. Is crazy. Oh man, I know it happened at a bad time. It happens as they're pulling Ekow Usman out of the fight. But I really like Ekow Usman, and they're pulling him out of the fight while I'm overjoyed with 30K. But oh yes, I'm so happy with that. Honestly, man, that's made my whole evening. And I'm guessing that's Norwegian krona. I'm just going to assume it is 50 Norwegian krona, closer to the big 50. 50 Norwegian krona for 50K. That means I'm going to get it quick. Means we're going to get 50K like that. I'm so happy with that, man, honestly. Favorite fighter right now? I might say Benavidez. In terms of just watching Benavidez or Bivol. Bivol's my guy. I like Dimitri Bivol. I really do. I like him. I know it's worth, because you can tell, because if it's green, that means it's about a fiver. So I could tell it was only about a fiver. Because the super chats are color coded. So if it's like £2, it's blue. If it's like a fiver, it's green. It's, I think, yellow if it's 10. If like Fracture did and it was 30, you donate, and thank you again, mate. It's kind of orange. And I think anything after that is kind of purple, and then it's red for anything after. I think that's how they color code them. So when I saw the 50 Norway, I was like, yeah, that's about a fiver. Don't forget to get some cans in the fridge. I have to go out and buy them now because I don't have any. I do have a Guinness glass that I got for Christmas. I actually got it as a Secret Santa for Christmas here in London. And they gave me 4 cans of Guinness and 2 Guinness glasses. I was delighted with that, by the way. I was flipping delighted. I was ecstatic with that. I was thinking, yes, that's a good present. I'll take that. So I have to do a live now tomorrow, which I will. And I'll be damn happy to do it. 30K celebration with a can of, I'm not going to drink more because I'm not really a big drinker. So I might have maybe 2 and just, enjoy it. I'll show you how to pour it right. It was one of my favorite OG YouTubers back in the day, non-boxing channels. Owen Foster, and I reckon there's names I recognize, and you're one of them, man. Long-time subscriber. Thank you for, man, it's crazy. 30K. Still looking at that like, just like, damn. 30K. Oh man, that's just, yeah, that's mega. That is mega. 30,000 people. Wow. I do have a day job, Robert, but I can't go into details because we haven't been given the okay to really say what it is. But I'm in the middle of doing some mainstream media stuff with boxing. Me, Ade, and a third co-host who I think you're going to love because she is a good girl. She is cool. She is fiery, to say the least, and she's fun. And me and Ade definitely like her, and we have good banter with her and good chemistry with the 3 of us. Once I can let the cat out of the bag, and Ade will as well, we'll tell you about it. But if it goes well, which I think it's going well, and we're hoping it does go well, if it goes well and we get a deal, like we get assigned this and here you go, I can actually go full-time at this and that would be a dream. Like I've said it before, that would be an absolutely dream. It really would. Be a man. It'd be just who's Clara? Clara? Who? Who is Clara though? I'm just you put Clara with a question mark. I don't know who that is. You deserve, man. I think what people like in your videos if you've never strayed from a bloke talking boxing. That's what I've always tried to be. That's what I've always tried to be. Just be like, just be like it, just plug it. I've always been just a plug and go type of guy. And like what you see is what you get, kind of, because I don't really change. Like if you like sat with me, wherever, it would just be normal. We'd just be chatting about. I would be no different talking to you in person the way I am talking to whoever on camera. I'm just that type of person. So, to go back to my biggest supporting ways by the end of this month too, mate. You honestly don't. I appreciate it so much, man. But I just appreciate people locking in. Super chats are a bonus, but I just appreciate you locking in. I really do. No, not Laura Wood. No, it's not Laura Wood. Never met Laura Wood actually. No, I think it's going to be a. I think it's going to be a bit of a kind of. It's going to be a weird one when we do announce it. You're going to be like, right, Liam, and there's no G-Man reference at all. They did say that. Do you want to be Liam the G-Man? I was like, nope. I'm just going to be me. So there's no reference to G-Man at all. It's just Liam Goff, Ade Oladipo, and question mark. And yeah, again, and I've seen the outtakes because there's been a couple of outtakes, and just this, it just looks incredible. Like it genuine. I think you're gonna love it. It looks incredible. I really do think that. Not really, because you could get. I don't know if you can still do it with YouTube now, but when you hit 10K, you were able to use that. Was it T-Span or something like that? But like, what would I really? I wouldn't do it myself personally. But what would I do? I'd have to get an All Right People T-shirt, wouldn't I? And I'm not going to do it, but I would have to get an All Right People T-shirt. What else could you get? I'd have to have sayings. So like, what are some sayings? It's All Right People, that'd be one of them. Have to be standard. Then what? Then what would I do? Would it? I could. No, that'd be just horrible. I couldn't do it. I could just say something like a broken clock is right twice a day. I just have a picture of Daniel Dubois. And that'd be awful, wouldn't it? That would be awful. I apologize. What I like is you aren't too biased. Oh, low IQ would be a great one. That would be actually. Because I am sure it's such an easy one to say, but I never saw fighters online call him low IQ until I started doing it. Because I know Prince Patel calls him that, and I'm like, he never did that before until I started. It's such an easy one to say, but I didn't recognize people calling them that until I started saying it. What I like is you aren't too biased and are quite objective in your takes. I do try to be. If I think someone is crap, I'll just say it. If I think someone has a chance or is improved, then yeah, I'll say it. Oh yeah, he's got the bag. That would have to be one of them. That one has stood the test of time, that one. Because people love that intro. You see Torres was calling out and talking. Yeah, that I wouldn't be picking Torres in that fight, but let's see how he looks against Sanchez. Torres against Sanchez, I was thinking Sanchez was going to walk that fight, but knee injuries again? Nah. If Sanchez, who fought a Jagba, turned up, he wins. But I don't know if we have that Sanchez anymore. Heard you met up with the most stunning man in boxing recently. Joe Stunner. We did meet up. Met up on Monday for a coffee. It was good. Enjoyed it, actually. Chat boxing, and yeah, we had fun. Daniel D pulls... We are a little bit harsh on him. We are very harsh. Not a lie. We probably are being a little bit too harsh on him. And he'll come out now and he'll blast Fabio Wardley out, and we'll all have egg on our face. The people who've been slagging him. I didn't even do a video. I was just like, meh, nah. Canelo and Billy. I'm like, all right. It doesn't really have that allure that Canelo in general hasn't got that allure anymore. The only time I've been excited for Canelo has been when he fought Crawford. I was really looking forward to that fight, and it was good. But as a whole, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just like, Canelo now, I think he's just collecting rather than anything else. And yeah, we'll win in the first. I'd be amazed if he wins in the first. I wouldn't rule it out, but I just can't see that happening. And I think I am actually very hopeful that they're going to get a move on pretty quick with this. It'd be great if they did. And honestly, yeah, and Billy is really. There was one tweet he did, right? And it was after Paddy Donovan got disqualified against Lewis Crooker. And honestly, right, it just. He tweeted something like, right, let me make this point clear. And I think that was the only bit of the tweet that was legit spelled correctly. And I mean, it was diabolical. And yeah, I make the odd typo and stuff, but this was genuinely and it was made even funnier by the fact he said, let me make this clear. And the first comment was like, crystal clear, because this was diabolical. It was genuinely, honestly, like I remember, I think I even, there was a girl I was like seeing at the time. And she was like, I'm having a bad day and this, that, and the other. I was like, try and make sense of this. And I guarantee you'll laugh. And she was like, yeah, that's hilarious. Because it was crazy. And again, it was made more funnier by the fact that he said, like, let me just make this clear. And you were like, oh, yeah, I think something is clear. Someone left school too early. Big up to Mickey. How are you? Liam, how are you, brother? Mate, I am absolutely brilliant. I hit 30K today. We hit 30K on stream, and I am so flipping happy about that. 30K. 30K, man. That's... no. Definitely not true. No involvement with Jarrell Miller at all in a tope market. I mean, like, honestly, I'm going to embrace the shaved head. I'm embracing it. So I think Miller needs to do the same. It actually suit Miller, the shaved head, I think, as well. I think you just need to listen. It was my time. My time was my time. I needed to embrace it, and that's what I'm doing. Just take it, just embracing it. And I'm actually quite liking it now. And they styled the beard quite good, actually. I got the new barber. She did a really good job on it as well. So I was mega chuffed. With that. It's a good barber. She's a barber in Hackney. That's actually really good. They've done my thing a few times. Congratulations, G-Man. You deserve it. Very good boxing channel. Thank you so much, my friend. I greatly appreciate that. And yeah, it's good. It looks natural. Thank you, my man. Thank you. Do you know what I might do very, very quickly? I might just add him because I'm just a little bit worried. No, I won't. I won't add him just yet. I probably will just give the phone a little dart just before the main event. Just to make sure. Yeah, I will bring him on because we've only been going an hour and a half, so probably loads of time and loads of juice. But when I did the Inoue watch along last week, when it finished, and I didn't notice, I finished with like 7% life. I was like, damn, if that went on any longer, I was like, that would have cut. No, the stream would have still been going. And I have the backup of the Fury pick there, so it would have been fine. But I was like, damn, that would have went like live. So that had me kind of like, And the amazing Elton is in Tokyo. My DAZN app won't work. Oh, no. Surely it should, though, over in Tokyo. Have it, though. Buzzing 30K, like Dubois, buzzing for cheap. Haribo. Oh, man. We are terrible, aren't we? The new look suits you. Thank you. I was worried, not going to lie. It's one of the reasons I held on to the terrible hairline for. So I was worried how it would look. I was worried. I need not have been. I'm liking it. I'm embracing it now. I really am. I need not have worried. Your insight into the sport are second to none. Oh, thank you, Christian. I appreciate that as well. I think there are people who do, like some of the knowledge other guys have, but I've always been good. I've been gifted with just being able to just remember things. And anti-involution from New Zealand, most are like, until they do it. It's the problem, like, and I've never really done it. So I was just like, oh, should I, shouldn't I, or whatever. But yeah, no. Once I did it, once I saw it 2 weeks ago, I was like, yeah, we're good. Drop it in before it starts. Your videos, daily viewing from me, man. Thank you for your work as an analyst. Thank you, Performance Check. I appreciate that so much, mate. And All Joe says, welcome to the dark side. And Achin in Germany from best to 1677. 18,000 in attendance. It looks electric in there, I'm not going to lie. It looks brilliant. It looks really, 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 really good. And people, this is going to be fun. What I'm probably going to do is when they get the tail of the tape up, I'm probably going to just bang that on charge for like 10 minutes and then just let it kind of, it'll come to us. It'll be good. Howard Foster's, don't tell me he is. Is he? Is he actually the referee? Because that is a worry if he is. If Howard Foster's the referee, all bets are off. It's really a case of who lands first and then he jumps in and stops it. Is he actually the referee, though? Genuinely, is he? Because if he is, all bets are off on this fight. You can bet on one thing, a premature stoppage. Howard Foster, the minute anyone gets wobbled, that's it. Now, is he genuinely? I'm going to look that up, actually, on thing, because we do not want that. Daniel Dubois. Because it'll say on BoxRec who's refereeing the fight. Does it say? Doesn't say. Okay. Or does it? No, it doesn't say. Oh, please don't tell me Howard Foster is the referee. Please tell me he isn't the referee. We will soon find out, but that's the problem. Like, I mean, if because both these guys can punch, you're going to want a referee who's going to, give him a little bit of leeway and give him a little bit of time and space. Foster won't do that. Cop White from America. Which state, man? What part of America? It was him who stopped it. That's what I mean. That's why he's. And listen, yeah, that stoppage was BS. So, and he's done that before, Howard Foster. That's why I'm like, please, that has me worried now, because at the end of the day, right, if someone wins this fight, we don't want to have controversy. And with Howard Foster, you tend to get that, because that's the problem with a premature stoppage. And people will say, well, he's saving the fighter. But what if the fighter can come through that? What if he can come through that storm, weather it, and then, put his own guy down? If Howard Foster had been, in the Diego Corrales-Castillo fight, Corrales would never have come back. He'd have been probably stopped after the second knockdown. Wardley was gifted to. Well, I suspect he probably would have still got Parker out of there. Probably anyway. But I don't know that for a fact. And it would have been nice to see if Parker could fight his way back. We'll never know that. Can't believe Liam Cameron lost. I had him as the underdog going into that fight, definitely. So happy for 30K, long overdue. Very much so. But we got there. We absolutely got there. Surely they can't have Foster as the referee. I would seriously hope that they don't. Yeah, that wouldn't be good. I wouldn't like that if they did. I wouldn't like that at all if they had him as the referee, personally. Nothing against Howard Foster as a person. Sure, he's a nice guy, but he's just too... He panics. He panics an awful lot. Oklahoma. Tommy Morrison's home state, born and raised in Leeds. Leeds to Oklahoma. I have a friend of mine who lived out there. He was a coach of one of the soccer, football. He's coaching one of their teams. He now lives in California. I mean, you can't really, you go from Oklahoma, which is as red as anything, to California, which is as blue as anything. It's crazy when you think about it like that. That's a difference in states, isn't it? You go from the reddest of the red to the bluest of the blue. Daniel Dubois getting ready to walk to the ring. I might just add him. Okay. What I might do is give me 2 secs. I'm gonna check. Let me know if you can hear that. I'm only doing this. That's at 45%. So once I get it back over 50, I'm literally gonna be here for 5 minutes, and then it should be good. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? The only time I stop talking. Can do that for I can do a whole chat loud and clear. I can do a for an hour and 45 nonstop talking. It's pretty good, isn't it? It's pretty good going. Pretty damn good going, I must say myself. All good, thank you. It's just to literally get that over the 50% mark, just to make sure, just 'cause I'm always worried about, like, slippages and things and just and I know Adam was saying he loves the picture of Fury. Look at that. It's great, isn't it? Look at it. They did him the dirt with that pick, didn't they? They really did. They did him the absolute dirt with that pick. And he looks like a proper Luke Partridge in it as well, doesn't he? Like a proper Luke Partridge. That man needs to bring that name back. That man needs to keep because that name just whatever it is about that name, he looks like someone who'd be called Luke Partridge, even there in that pic, and it's just hilarious. I bet you talking you I've always been a chatterbox. Always. Always have been since I was a kid. Teachers in school used to say that. Like, they never said it in a bad way, they'd just be like, "God, he can talk." I'm like, "Yeah." Like, I've literally 2 hours nonstop, easy, easy does it. It's easy when, like, it's a good show like this, and it's just like, "Yeah, this easy." Can go for and it's a slightly more kinda underwhelming show, that's when it can be a little bit hard. It could be a little tiny bit hard, and he deserved that loss. Where'd the Luke Partridge come from? So, the Luke Partridge thing came from a forum, a Box Rec forum, and it was, I think, from 2012 or 2013. It was a long time ago, and the guy was speaking about an interaction he had with John Fury way back in the day. So you're talking probably the late 90s. And he was given details that were so and people were commenting on it. They were saying, "Oh, it's very accurate, you're this, that, and the other." It was so accurate and well put and bear in mind, he was mentioning things that we kinda look and say, "Oh, that sounds like something John Fury would do nowadays." Back in 2013, 2012, we weren't thinking that. People were like, people thought John Fury was the hard man. So, with all that and again, like, why would he come up with the name Part like, there was a lot of things in it where you were like, "Oh, there it is. There, first one of the night, first one of the night, gone, goodbye. First one of the night." Oh, boy. Um, yeah, the bots are in the building. And you know what? I think it was Fractured last week who commented on the Inoue Nakatani and said, "Wait for the bots." They never came. And literally, they're only coming now in the co-main, or in the main event, I swear. But yeah, you do wonder, is there an element of truth to it, what the guy was saying? You do wonder. And I think as well, and Hatman's mentioned this before, it's the fact that the Fury fanboys hate it so much, but yet they would call AJ Femi. And, like, Femi is not a bad name. Like, you listen, like, AJ's Anthony Joshua's his name. Anthony Femi, I think it's longer than Femi, but you get what I mean. It's a middle name, right? And there's nothing wrong with like Femi is actually quite that's a quite a good name. I like Femi is actually a nice name. Whereas Luke Partridge is that's not that doesn't work. There's not because Femi is like, there's something to it, Ooh, it's got that African kind of zest. It's nice though. No, Femi is not his name. Femi is not. His name is Anthony. Femi is his middle name. But Femi isn't like it's not a bad name. Luke Partridge is just whoa. It 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 just takes it just takes all of that because there is strength in a name. Like, I think people underestimate that. Someone like I spoke about this before. When I was in secondary school, there was a guy in our class, and he tried to be a hard man, and he just couldn't do it because his name was hilarious. Like, the 2 names, his first and surname, individually weren't terrible, but combining them, oh my god, it was just comical to the point that the teachers wouldn't even call him by his full name in registration because people used to laugh so much at it. And that that can and he tried to be, a bit of a hard man and this, that, and the other, and the name just absolutely diffused. Like, you just listen to the name and you were just like, "Can't take it serious." Just cannot take that name serious at all. And, yeah, that's just I think the name is a big thing. Toughest guy I know was called Mandy. Well, it's not even the first name. Like, I mean, as I said, with this guy, his first name wasn't bad. It was a fairly common name, but him and his first and surname together, it just completely diffused. It was just hilarious. It really was, like, I can't say it for obvious reasons, but on here anyway, but it was hilarious, and when we hear it, we just giggle our hearts. You're not a gangster, your real name is Partridge. The part At Home with the Partridges doesn't have the same zest as At Home with the Furies, doesn't it not? At Home with the Partridges, nah, it don't do it, doesn't it not? It just doesn't have that appeal to it, when you hear At Home with the Partridges, you're like, "Yeah, that's got" or At Home with the Furies, you're like, "Howard Foster is the ref, isn't he? Howard Foster is the damn ref, isn't he?" And I'm gonna go back on camera, give me a sec. Okay, that should be unmuted now. It is Howard Foster, isn't it? It is Howard Foster, isn't it? There we go. We're good. Let's do this. We back. No, I didn't know you can't unmute the mic from you have to physically go over and push it. Didn't know that. I can't believe Howard Foster's the referee, though. That won't be controversial at all now, will it? Foster looking there being like, that's a nice title you have. Sure, it would be a shame if you lost it tonight and someone stopped you prematurely. Haha, people, this is going to be good. Oh, this is going to be good, man. This is going to be good. Oh, boy. Here we go, lads. Right. Wardley Dubois. I still can't believe Foster's the referee. Who decided to do that? I expect you not to stop this fight early. Oh, people. This is going to be good. This is going to be wild. Round one. Let's go. Daniel Dubois, Fabio Wardley already looking to launch a right hand. Fabio Wardley. Daniel Dubois. Oh, he's down already. Oh, wow. He's down already in the first round. Daniel Dubois takes it down in the first round. 20 seconds gone. Fabio Wardley's a great finisher. Is he going to go for broke straight away in this first round? Let a right hand go and he put Daniel Dubois down in the first round. Daniel Dubois gets a good jab in there on Fabio Wardley. How will he react to being put down? He's been put down with really one of the first punches in this fight, and Wardley takes a right hand from Daniel Dubois. I can't believe. Incredible scenes here. In the first round, Daniel Dubois touches down, but he does see him. He's biting on that feint, but that's a good jab from Daniel Dubois. He's already touched down. And this is crazy stuff. Crazy. We're only a minute in. We've already had a knockdown. We knew this fight would be dramatic. We knew there'd be something going, but I didn't even think this would happen. And Fabio Wardley looks to land the right hand, but he just misses Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois with that jab, but it's not actually landing clean. It's falling short a little bit. And that jab, which is such a good weapon for Daniel Dubois. And oh, whoa. We in WWE here or something. That was a bit unnecessary, uncalled for. Blimey. It's like we're in WWE here or UFC. Takedown from Daniel Dubois. Didn't think I'd be seeing that in this fight. It's been a wild first minute and a half. Dubois with the jab, looks to come in, double up the jab, and they end up in just a clinch. Both guys they ain't really playing around. Wardley is looking again to set that jab up. He's looking for that overhand right, but he misses and walks into a jab. He actually swung himself off balance there. Daniel Dubois gets that jab going against another good jab from Dubois. But it's a little bit inaccurate, that jab tonight so far. Takes the jab in retaliation from Wardley. That's a big right hand that lands on the chin of Daniel Dubois. Dubois took it well, though. Right hand went in from Wardley and looked to land the uppercut again. Misses with the uppercut. The uppercut that AJ looked to land and ended up being taken out from. No look of urgency, really, as of yet, on the face of Daniel Dubois. Doesn't appear that. Wardley looks calm. That's a good jab from Fabio Wardley again, but he takes a jab from Daniel Dubois in retaliation, misses with a jab from Fabio Wardley. Both guys in the center of the ring. It's a wild start to the first round. Dubois' shape he's definitely not keeping his shape as well as we've seen him in the past, but that was a good little dodge, slip to get out of dodge. This is getting, he looks as stiff as a robot, but he is actually slipping the right hands quite well. He is slipping the right hands quite well, like you see there. And that's one thing I didn't think would happen. Against Hrgovic, he was very stiff early on. And even when he tried to dodge, he was getting caught with shots. But he's able to dodge these right hands quite well so far in this first round. But he walks into an uppercut there. That's a good jab on Fabio Wardley. Dubois lands. As we come to the end of this round, it's a big round for Fabio Wardley. Swing and a miss with a right hand. Both guys are throwing leather early on in this first round. That's a right hand to end the round by Daniel Dubois. Whoa, that was wild. I want to see this knockdown again because people are saying look more of a slip, but let's see. Daniel Dubois speared him. Yeah, that's a spear by Dubois. That was, blimey, that was some round. I couldn't believe it, man. The first right hand that goes lands and Dubois is down, clipped him on the top of the head. People say it was a slip. Didn't look like a slip to me. Looked like he got clipped the top of the head and literally went down. But we'll see a replay if the zone would stop showing the ads. Yeah, Red Bull gives you wings, we know. We want to see a replay of this knockdown. They pick the ads in the worst possible moment, don't they? Let's see. All right, so they're working on Ward. Let's see this knockdown. All right, probe him with the jab. Top of the head goes down. Yeah, knockdown. Didn't look the cleanest. Yeah, no, top of the head, down he goes. It's a bit like when Parker knocked out, and he knocked that out when he knocked out Bacoli. But round 2 is underway. Wardley will have confidence from that and looking to set that right hand up again. He's already put Dubois down. That's a good jab again from Dubois. That's a good jab again, but he takes a right hand from Fabio Wardley as they end up in a clinch. This is already turning into a fun fight. We're only 2 rounds in. We're only straight into the second round. And neither guy is taking a backward step. The jab of Dubois is certainly better. It's more consistent. But he is struggling to get that right hand going. Like, Wardley is willing to let that right hand go. No issues. Dubois, it's very, like, there's the right hand that goes in there. But he's not really been letting that right hand go the way Wardley has. But the jab has still been working well. He's using that jab, keeping out of range, and look at that. Wardley misses. If Dubois was actually the box, just uses footwork and jab, he dodges an awful lot of these shots. And get out of the way and just use his superior boxing ability, which he does have. That's a good counter right hand, but Wardley was able to slip that shot very well. And Dubois still looking to he's looking to counter, I think, and set that shot up. But there's other things. I mean, bring the left hook in. Look at the guard. Look at the guard's quite low with Wardley. You can easily go in with that left hook or jab off that and go in with a left hook. He seems to be very right hand heavy, or certainly looking to set that right hand up. And this is good work from Fabio Wardley. He's doing a lot better here. The jab from Dubois is still there, still a threat, but Wardley definitely the more active. Dubois, although he does miss with the right hand, takes a little nothing jab from Daniel Dubois, but still it's a scoring punch. We've got 1 minute and 20 to go in the second round. It's kind of a bit more of a cagey round, this one. You think the first round would have been cagey, but this second round's a bit more cagey. It's a good jab from Dubois after Wardley misses the right hand. Dubois, there you go. There's the left hook that's coming in, and both guys end up in a clinch again. Yeah, that's what I'd surprised he's not doing that. Because he needs to. I mean, look to set up and catch him with a left hook coming in. Punch with him. Dubois is not doing that. He's looking to set these shots up. That seems to be the route he's going for. But even just use the jab, and he takes the jab there from Fabio Wardley. There's another few jabs that go in, and Dubois backs. Oh, that's a big right hand that goes in from Daniel Dubois. Again, he catches Wardley up again the ropes. 40 seconds to go. Howard Foster has to separate both guys. This second round, it's a better round so far for Dubois, but I might be just edging Wardley still in this. He definitely seems to have more composure at this stage than Dubois does. Certainly. He's fighting like the more confident fighter. Dubois just not letting the shots go enough, but he is dodging some of these shots, and he is. I noticed that as soon as the knockdown happened, he started leading in with the head. I noticed that in the first round. And it's Dubois' thing. He likes to lead in with that head. It's very reckless, it's deliberate. If you're doing it consistently in fights, it's not reckless, it's deliberate. At least in my opinion, it is. But that's a good jab again from Dubois. Might just edge Dubois in this round, just on the jab. Oh, Wardley's legs do a little bit of a dance going back. I don't think he was hurt. I think that's just the balance thing. He's taken a few jabs from Daniel Dubois in this second round, Fabio Wardley. So I am edging that round for Dubois. 10-8 round for Wardley first round. Given this one to Team Triple D. Slightly. Very nip and tuck round, but Dubois did just a little bit more. Did just a little bit more in that round, given that round to Daniel Dubois. You get the feeling this is just going to spark into life at any moment. Let's see this round here. Good jab from Dubois. Doubled it up. Looked to land the left hook, but missed. Yeah, the better work certainly came from Dubois in that round. Yeah, lovely. Big right hand. Didn't have much power on it. Wardley's jab it's always been a bit underdeveloped, but he's got the jab going well in this fight. As round 3 begins. Round number 3. Here we go. Let's see. So, both guys come into an exchange there. Whenever they do that, oh man, it's like, wow. They're just seeing two huge punchers throwing leather, and when they come into an exchange, just waiting for something to land and one of them to hit the deck. Dubois already hit the deck in this fight. I suspect Wardley may at some point in this fight as well. I say may, and that's a good body shot from Dubois. I think he hurt him a bit with that. Threw a right hand to the body, and I think Wardley felt that. Looked to me like he did, but whether Dubois knows it or not, that is another story. That's another good jab. Yeah, Frampton gave. Yeah, we can give that second round to Daniel Dubois. That's a big right hand that went in again from Daniel Dubois. He's landed some good shots here, Daniel Dubois. It has to be said. Absolutely. Wardley feeling some of these shots, it may appear. Because he took a big right hand in the corner, and Dubois letting body shots go. He's getting more into this fight. That's what I mean. Like, these are both evenly matched. These are two evenly matched fighters fighting up against the ropes. Howard Foster has a lot of weight in there. He's got to break them. Yes, two very evenly matched fighters, but Dubois is getting the better of it in this round. He's getting the... Oh! Right hand, and he takes a knee. Not that badly hurt, but he's touched down again. Wardley looking at Dubois. Wardley's going to go for it. What's going to happen here? So Wardley, Dubois looks to hold. Dubois, second time in the fight, he's been down. He's been down in fights before, like against Kevin Arena, and he has come through it, but he's not that badly hurt. What is Wardley going to do? Misses wildly with a right hand. Almost ends up taking himself off balance there. Dubois is going to have to show something because he started this round quite well. Misses with the big right hand. Almost got countered with a left hook there. This is getting fun. A minute left in this round. Daniel Dubois has been down twice in this fight. Twice, and looking to wrestle his way into a clinch again. Howard Foster has to get in between them. Less than a minute to go in this round. What has Fabio Wardley got? What does Dubois have in retaliation? Wardley misses again with a right hand. Dubois only has a jab to answer for. Daniel Dubois, not really that bad. Oh, Daniel Dubois with the big right hand. Just backed Fabio Wardley up there a little bit. Don't think he was that badly hurt, though. I don't think he was that badly hurt. And Wardley, look at the speed. Wardley looks definitely the faster of the two. It's a good jab again from Daniel Dubois, but he's lost this round unless he can pull something back in the last 30 seconds. That we do not know. He's been down twice in this fight. Another right hand goes in from Fabio Wardley. Daniel Dubois takes it. The power Wardley has in that right hand is crazy. As we come into the last 15 seconds of this fight, Dubois ends up holding again, looking to back Fabio Wardley up to the ropes. Misses wildly with a right hand, Daniel Dubois. But he is still cognizant. He is still aware of what's going on. He's taken a knee, but he's got back up. It's a heavy jab from Daniel Dubois to end this round. Another knockdown. And he should have won that round. Apart from the knockdown, he was winning the round. Whew. Two knockdowns already for Fabio Wardley. And he should have won that round, Daniel Dubois. It's his own fault. Fight of the year. Whew. I want to see this knockdown again. So what exactly happened? So, jab, right hand. On the top of the head again. And it's kind of, equilibrium, side of the head. It's legit. He turned his head. It's legit. But again, kind of the top, not on the chin, just the top of the head, and boom. It's just messing his equilibrium up, but he takes the knee. Round number 4. This is fun, man. And here we go. Round number 4. You just get the feeling at any moment this fight is going to end. Either way, God knows to who. But Dubois, he needs to have more faith in that right hand. He's not throwing it enough. He's looking to counter too much. He needs to let that actual right hand go straight down the pipe. Boom, bam. There it is. He's not doing it. And obviously, you will give that round 10-8 again to Fabio Wardley. You have to, with the knockdown. And that's the thing, because Dubois has been in control of more of these rounds. When he's been working behind his jab, he's been in control more, but he's getting dropped. And he's getting hit, the very weird top of the head and the side of the head, not even on the chin. And is equally, that's a huge right hand from Daniel. That was a massive right hand that goes in. Fabio Wardley has a chin, doesn't he? He took that well. He took that right hand very well. And that was a full force Dubois right hand. Most guys go down. Most guys go down from them, and he misses with a right hand there, does Fabio Wardley. Swing and a miss again. The shots that knock out most guys or drop them, well, Wardley can definitely take a shot. For someone who never had an amateur bout, He certainly shows that he has a chin, if nothing else. Blimey, that was a big right hand that he took from Daniel Dubois. And we could have this situation again where Dubois wins a round, but he's still a mile behind in this fight. He's already 4 points down. And is Dubois dabbing at the eye already? Or am I just seeing things there? Because it looked like Dubois' right eye looked to have a little bit of damage to it. Or I might be just seeing things. The jab to the body from Daniel Dubois. Fabio, oh, that's a big right hand again that goes in from Daniel Dubois on Fabio Wardley. Wardley just looks to hold. Dubois is going to have to let the letter go. That's what he's going to have to do. He's just going to let the letter go and see what sticks. The right hands that were causing AJ so much trouble don't seem to have an effect. Swing and a miss from Fabio Wardley. He gets hit again. That's another one. And the eye. Oh, he's dabbing at that eye. And that's rough from Dubois with the elbow. That's naughty. Referee should be having a word with that. He's dabbing at that eye. That eye looks bad. Is that eye really? How bad is that eye? Oh, Fabio Wardley's dabbing at it now. Oh, that's another right hand that goes in from Dubois. And he is taking these shots well. Now you're allowed to do that. That's inside fighting. It's been a torrid round 4 for Fabio Wardley. Torrid. The jab of Dubois, the right hands, everything. But he's taken. I mean, this guy is tough. This guy is peak tough. Another jab goes in from Dubois. 30 seconds left. Could he score a knockdown in this round? Or what's Fabio Wardley's chin made of? Because he's taking some bombs in this round. And he's 20 seconds left. This is definitely a Daniel Dubois round. But what can he do? Can he claw back some of the points that he's lost? Can he get a knockdown? Or will he get knocked down? Because God knows what might happen. 10 seconds left in this round. Both guys end up in a clinch. Wow. I mean, wow. Boy, round 4 is about to, and it has now. I'm waiting for the bell because it should have went by now, and now it's ended. That eye doesn't look too bad. Let's see these right hands, right? Bang. Now, he did ride the shot very well, so it took a lot of the steam out of it. It did, and thank you, Rick Murray. It is huge for a boxing. Yeah, so he didn't get hit with full whack from that right hand. That's a fair one. That's a fair one to say. He didn't get hit with full force. He did with that one. Took it well. Took it very well. Look at that. Boom. No, wouldn't it be... I'm trying to think what it would be. Wouldn't it be 48, 46, something like that? Dubois lost 4 points, but he's won 4 rounds. He's won 2 rounds. Round 5 underway. Oh, both guys swinging in an exchange again. Wardley complaining about... Wardley, keep your eyes on the prize, man. Keep your eyes on the... Oh, that jab. That's a big jab from Dubois. That was just a balance shot. He wasn't... What the hell? Wardley wrestling Dubois again now. Here, were he trying for takedowns? That jab appeared to hurt Fabio. Whoa, that's a lead left hook as well that Dubois lands. And this is the thing about that. An elbow again. Referee, you got to have words with him over that. You can't be doing that. This is the thing with Dubois. He's landing shots. Even though he's been dropped twice, he's still landed his own shots. So he is going to feel like this is going to plan. Even if he gets dropped, there's another jab from Daniel Dubois that goes in. Having so much success with that jab. So he is going, oh, that's another one that goes in on Fabio Wardley again. He's landing that jab with regularity. And that's going to set the right hand up. This is fun, people. Oh, whoa. They were wild shots from Wardley. Absolutely put everything in on those shots. And that's the thing. Oh, that's another right hand that goes in. Not landing those shots from Wardley is going to drain the gas tank. Because it's one thing to swing these big looping shots in, but to miss it, you're just wasting energy. And he is putting everything into these shots. That eye doesn't look too bad. But if he keeps taking jabs from Daniel Dubois like that, although that was more on the chin, he's getting caught on the way in as well with these shots. 90 seconds left in the 5th round. It's been crazy, this fight. It's been wild. Talk about styles make fights. These styles gel together amazingly well. That was a good right hand landing on the top of the head of Fabio Wardley. Wardley takes it well, but he is feeling it now. Man, he is going to be feeling it now. And this is the 3rd fight where he has had to shift some punishment. But I don't think he's ever had to shift punishment by someone who hits as hard as Daniel Dubois. Because these shots he's hitting them with are big. And there's only so long before you You start to, oh, there's a right hand that goes in again. And Dubois is really feeling a body shot from Daniel Dubois. There's less than a minute to go. There's 50 seconds left in the 5th round. And this, people, is fun. This is wild, this fight. All right, 40 seconds left in the 5th round. What does Dubois have? There's another jab that goes in. He's winning this round again, Daniel Dubois as well. Mouthpiece comes out. Referee has to call a break. Yep, timeout. A little reprieve from Fabio Wardley. Mouthpiece came out. Wasn't intentional. I think that was just... Yeah, the elbow was so blatant. Like, the referee is not having... He's literally doing that with the elbow. Like, seriously. The hell? Referee needs to have a word with him. Right, here we go. Last 30 seconds of this round. There's a right hand that goes in again from Daniel Dubois. And Wardley being backed up to the ropes. He can see the shots coming and he can counter, but still, it's not a good look because he's losing these rounds. And yeah, he's got a big lead from the 2 knockdowns, but Dubois is really warming into this fight now. And it was around about this time when he really started to come into his own against Filip Hrgovic. Just another jab from Daniel Dubois that lands on Fabio Wardley. Body shots go in, and he is backing. He is beating up Wardley at this stage of the fight. He's really getting the better of it now. The bell will come. I used to watch Green Chair and Addy with 4K subs, and he's hosting that now. I know your boy's on 30K. It's been a pretty crazy journey. Whew. I don't know about you guys, but blimey, this has been fun. It's been wild. And then Don Charles giving Daniel Dubois a slap across the face. All right. Bang. Look at that jab. That jab is a beautiful jab. Really is. And then Dubois lands on the top of Wardley's head. I completely agree with Phil. Dubois won all the rounds, but the 2 rounds he was dropped in, you have to give him to Wardley. But he was winning those rounds too. Like, he's basically, if he hadn't have been dropped, he'd be 5 rounds up. You're 5 rounds up, no issues. I did say it's unlikely it goes past round 6. Prove me wrong. If they prove me wrong, if they go past this round, but they might prove me right because God knows what's going to happen. You feel a knockdown is coming for Dubois. You feel it, you just get a sense of it that Dubois is growing in confidence. A knockdown is coming sooner or later for Dubois in this fight. I really feel it. And at the start of that round, now they're both in the center of the ring, but Dubois opened with a good body shot. There's the jab again. And another great jab. Just use your jab. I know you're down 2 knockdowns, but if you just keep using the jab and busting Fabio Wardley up like that, again, with the jab is just working so well. Look at that. It's a beautiful shot. I couldn't believe he actually whacked him across the face. Not a bother to him. But again, it's a beautiful shot for Dubois. It's just so consistent. Wardley's jab is not terrible, but it doesn't have the same consistency as that. Look at that again. He gets caught coming in. That mouthpiece fall out again, did it? No. Looked like it did. Oh, swing and a miss from Fabio. Oh, God. Get rid of that. Someone. Mods. Tank. Yikes. There we go. He's gone. Yeah, thank you to Fractured for removing that link. It's not been bad this stream, but oh man, it's getting bad for Wardley in there. All right, 1:40 left in this 6th round. Dubois is really starting to put a beating on Fabio Wardley now, although that's the first jab Wardley's landed in a while. First real shot of significance that Wardley's landed in a while now. It just seems like it's all coming from Daniel Dubois. Maybe he will start to feel a little bit of something from it, maybe. But, oh, an exchange again. Wardley backs up to the rope. Dubois leads in with the left hook, and Howard Foster has to go and separate them again. Torturous now at this stage. Oh, that's another jab that Dubois lands. They're heavy, these jabs. They're heavy. Wardley's taking them well, but there's only so long you can do this. Now, Wardley has come on late in fights, but how much punishment is enough punishment? There's another right hand that go. Oh, that's a nice left hook as well that Dubois lands on the chin of Fabio Wardley, who is made of some tough stuff. I mean, this guy is made of granite. Holy Christ. These shots that were dropping AJ left, right, and center are, well, oh, he's bleeding now. There's cut on the bridge of the nose. Dubois is really starting to turn up the tempo now. And again, Howard Foster watching the head. Yeah, Wardley is battered in there, man. He is getting bloodied and everything. That jab is just working so well. Like, there it is again. And an uppercut goes in from Dubois. And the left hook. Oh, he's hurt him. Oh. He's hurt. Oh. That's an exchange. Wardley's hurt, man. Wardley is hurting Dubois with the rights and the lefts, and oh, wow. And look at this. Oh, man. Dubois is pouring it. Oh, that's it. No, he's still up. Oh, man. That was... Whew. This... They're going to want to take a good hard look at Fabio Wardley. He shifted some punishment in there, man. Look at that. His face, man. They're going to want to take a serious look at Fabio Wardley. I'm not saying stop it, but he can't have another round like that. He cannot have another. He took a beating in that round. Dubois is going to go for the jugular in the next round. He is going to go out for the kill. He really will. They need to have a good... He can't have another round like that. If he has another round like that, they're going to need to bring him in. Look at that. Boom. Big jab. And just, it's his... Oh, man. He's made of some tough stuff. Look at that. Like, look at the... Man. Oh, God. And the combat. How is he still standing? I thought the last right hand did it because it looked like he sagged a little bit, but no, it's just insane. I mean, the chin on Fabio Wardley is, oh my God. Right, round 7 is underway, but blimey, another round like that, and Fabio Wardley, he needs to try and do something. Because Fabio Wardley cannot have another round like that, and he takes a right hand. Oh, he's feeling it. Dubois is a tremendous finisher. He really is. He's a tremendous finisher, but he takes an uppercut from Fabio Wardley, but that nose is bleeding terribly. Another jab from Daniel Dubois lands on Fabio Wardley. Misses with a right hand, left hook goes in. Wardley taking it, another left hook. That was a lead left hook from Dubois. And both guys end up in a clinch on the ropes. Oh boy. Wardley, man, you are a... If more fighters were made like you, man, this is crazy. Look at that nose. It's so bad. That is bleeding like an absolute tap. 2 minutes left in this round as well, and Dubois is absolutely confident as hell. He's enjoying himself, it seems, in there now at this stage. But be careful. There was an uppercut. Always dangerous. There was an uppercut from Fabio Wardley that went in. And all that early success he had, he can't get that right hand off. He can't get Daniel Dubois off of him. I mean, Dubois, again, he's been dropped twice, but nothing is deterring him. Absolutely nothing. And Fabio Wardley, what can you say? Dubois pushing Foster away, but that's the first jab that Wardley's landed. Been able to pull that one. Misses with a right hand, and both guys into a clinch again. Now, his nose does always tend to get busted. That is true. And he tends to fight fire with fire, Fabio Wardley, when he's in a crisis, but he's never been in with someone as good as Daniel Dubois, who hits as hard and is as relentless. Although there is a bit of a lull in the action here, it has to be said. Not much going on. Although I say that, Daniel Dubois backs him up against the ropes again, and Howard Foster has to come in and break him. And Dubois is absolutely picking these rounds up because he's in control in this round as well. The Wardley is getting on his bike a little bit more, moving around the ring a little bit better. But there's a right hand. Oh, there's a right hand that goes in again, and it backs Fabio Wardley up to the ropes. It's another big shot that goes in. Dubois not able to capitalize on it though. And there's again a bit of a lull in the action. Wardley looks to come in with a right hand, and both guys end up in the clinch. Fabio Wardley almost loses himself there. Another right hand from Dubois again. There's not much on these right hands, but they're scoring shots, and it's only a matter of time before he really starts stepping into that shot and really starting to put a sting on. And Wardley being backed up to the ropes constantly is not a particularly good look either, but he is still trying to fight fire with fire. He is trying his best. Walks into a right hand there. And another jab. Dubois off balance, misses with an uppercut. Both guys. This is incredible. Look at this from Fabio Wardley. Fighting fire with fire. Uppercut from Wardley goes in. 10 seconds left in the 7th round. And there was 10 seconds left in that round. What are you doing? There was 10 seconds left, mate. Did the ring it? Yeah. There's 10 seconds left in that. And they're off. Who's the ring keeper? Who's the timekeeper? What the hell is he doing? If Wardley wins this fight, they'll make a movie of this. But if Wardley does win this fight, Usyk could be looking at that thinking, this is going to be easy. This is going to be an absolute taking candy from a baby. And again, if Wardley wins this is the type of fight that will age you. Will age you. I was wondering, again, I don't have the sound on, so I was like, why did he, what did he do? Was it the timekeeper? That was weird from Foster. I mean, he is a diabolical referee. He really is. Right. Round 8. I'm surprised we got this far. I really am. Round numero 8. Let's go. Wardley came back into it the back end of that round, and he's had a minute off. What does Dubois have now? What does Daniel Dubois have? Fabio Wardley almost had a right hand there. I say almost. Dubois still biting on those feints. I mean, it really does show the caliber of Oleksandr Usyk that an Usyk not in his prime can just toy with Daniel Dubois for 5 rounds and then stop him. Fabio Wardley, not quite the same. Not Oleksandr Usyk. He has dropped Dubois twice, but Dubois is still very much... Dubois is winning this fight. I mean, he's won all the rounds apart from the rounds where he got dropped in, as you'll see on Carl Frampton's scorecards. But it is still a close fight because of those 2 knockdowns. Dubois really having to work his way back into this fight to overdo the damage of that's a big right hand that he lands over the jab. And Wardley, again, he needs to show the referee something, because when he's doing that, he's giving someone like Foster ample opportunity to jump in, because when he gets a right hand like that, he just backs to the rope and he starts turning. You don't want to do that, because if Dubois overwhelms you, Howard Foster is the kind of guy where he will just jump in. And that was a big swing and a miss of a right hand there from Wardley. Massive right hand and massive miss. But Dubois breathing a little bit heavier than normal, but he'd always shown to have a good gas tank. Misses a right hand again, does Fabio Wardley. And how much steam is on these right hands? Dubois misses a right hand there. 1:20 left in this round, and it's getting a bit sloppy up close. When they come up close, I mean, neither guys are exactly finessed. Neither guys are just not the most finesse fighters in the world, but very sloppy when they're up close. And again, right hand goes in from Wardley, misses, and he takes a little counter from Dubois. Right hand on the top of the head from Dubois, and Wardley's face is just mashed up. My days, he will be sore in the morning, I'll tell you that. Wardley's face is just mashed up. The jab, the right hands, the elbows. Elbows are a big thing. The head. It's not exactly the cleanest looking fight from Daniel Dubois, but it's effective if nothing else. And he is winning these rounds. And there's another jab that goes in from Daniel Dubois. But again, we're coming into Fabio Wardley territory where he tends to turn things around. Can he find something? Unlikely, because he takes another shot from Daniel Dubois, and we've 30 seconds to go. And both guys are looking fatigued now at this stage. Both guys really looking tired. We've seen a great scrap, but my days, both guys are looking very tired in there. That's another... he nearly went down there from that jab. That would have been a knockdown had he went down. That's a left hook that goes in from Dubois. Dubois really feeling it. Jab goes in again. 10 seconds left. What can he do in this last 10 seconds, Daniel Dubois? He hurt him with that jab, or at the very least, there's an uppercut that goes in. Wardley, right hand from Dubois, and they end up fighting to the corner. It is getting very scrappy now. I think the fatigue is setting in. Both guys are getting tired. When is the rematch? Yes, please, give us a rematch. We want this. Both guys are getting tired. I think that's really what the problem is. Both guys are just getting tired. They're getting ragged. It's being fought at a hellacious pace. And 428 in the building. If you haven't hit the like button already, I would ask you please do that. And if you could, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. That'd mean a lot if you hit the subscribe button. Please do that. I'd appreciate that. If you like the commentary. But this is fun. Howard Foster having words with Fabio Wardley. There's blood on the commentators' pages, as you'll see there at ringside. Damn. Let's see this. Look at that jab. Bang. Oh, man. Dubois, look at Howard Foster's ref shirt. It's covered in blood. How is Wardley still standing? I mean, there may come a time where it's like, you may need to just think of your long-term career. Is the doctor's having a look at... First, have a listen. What's the doctor saying? Don't. Are they going to stop it? Okay. Thank God. You can't. You would feel it'd be awful to lose the title like that. All right, here we go. It would be awful to lose it like that, but that's got to urge Fabio Wardley on because he knows now the doctor's having a look. If the doctor's having a look, that's because they think, right, you're not far off losing this fight. So that is problematic if the doctor is having a look. And Wardley fighting with a lot more urgency now because he knows, he takes a right hand from Dubois. He knows that this could be the end. If he has a bad round here and that starts getting closed worse, Wardley's a fighting champion. He wants to keep fighting. Oh, caught Dubois coming in there. Dubois has to hold. And watch the heads. I like Fabio Wardley. He really is. He's a fighting champion. He knows when the doctor is having words with you, that's not good. It comes a time where you got to go for broke, but he takes another jab from Daniel Dubois, misses with his own right hand. The right hand that was landing on the top of the head and was dropping Daniel Dubois earlier in the fight. It just ain't working now. But he tries again. There's another right hand that goes in from Dubois. He's in the corner. He misses with the right hand there. There's Daniel Dubois. I can see these shots coming, can telegraph a lot of them. But how much longer can Fabio Wardley hold on? How much longer can he stay upright? Because he has been taking shots like they're going out of fashion. But Dubois definitely slowed down in this round. Some bit better work from Fabio Wardley there. Nice little combination, but he takes another jab. It's the jab again. But he lands his own jab on Daniel Dubois just there. Finally getting some success. And 1:20 to go. But is Dubois just preserving his gas tank, just waiting for a big attack? There's another right hand that goes in from Daniel Dubois. And Wardley, straight right hand blocked by Dubois. 1:10 left. Man, he's looking in bad shape. Oh, and it's not a nice sight to see. The nose, the eye, he is taking a beating in there. He really has. Another jab. As that jab is just so that was a big right hand that he landed on Daniel Dubois. No real effect. Didn't look to have much. Oh, there's another right hand that goes in. Another one. I think he's hurt now. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, he's hurt. Hooks, uppercuts. Fighting off the ropes, though. Still fighting. Still has fight in him. 30 seconds left in this round. No give from Fabio Wardley. Right hand goes in from Fabio Wardley. Looking to fight. Looking to exchange. There's a big right hand. That's got to be it. But that's sloppy from Daniel Dubois. He had him hurt and he could have done something, but that was very sloppy from Daniel Dubois. But he's only got so long left in this round. The referee, the corner need to have words with Fabio Wardley. They need to maybe think about stopping this fight. They maybe need to. Because at some point, enough has got to be enough. You got to think of his long-term career. He was hurt again from Daniel Dubois. And as round number 9 comes to an end, what are the corner going to do? Let's have a listen. What are they going to do? Let's have a listen. They're going to stop it. How he's still in this is beyond me. Oh, look at the uppercut. Bang. Oh, man. These right hands. Holy mother of God. He is still. They're going to send him out. Round 10. Oh, my God. I don't agree. I think, he's unsteady even off his stool. Time. Man, he can't. No, he's done. He's unsteady. You can't let that fight carry on. Why did they send him out? He's completely unsteady. They're going to stop it. They have to stop it. He's unsteady on his feet. He can barely stand. I don't know. Man, a doctor is supposed to look after the fighter, man. That's not a good idea at all. Man's unsteady on his legs. He can barely stand. That's a bad idea. That's a really, really, really bad idea. I sorry, but no, I can't okay that. That's very wrong. No. I understand it's a heavyweight title fight and all that, but I understood why he didn't stop it the first time, and I get that, and I was okay with that. But now it's getting hard to watch. This is getting too much now. When the man is unsteady on his feet, the corner, that's what the corner's job is for. Ben Davison should have stopped this fight before this round. And whatever punishment Wardley takes, which I assume will probably be quite a bit, it's going to be very unnecessary. But let's wait and see. He still has a punch, but at this stage now, in this fight, I think, oh, there's another right hand that goes in. But again, Dubois is so sloppy. He's so sloppy when he gets up close that he's given Wardley a chance, but his legs are gone, man. His legs are absolutely all over the place. And there's another little combination from Dubois. Dubois literally just needs to basically open up a combination, and he'll probably get him out of there. Just throw a couple of hooks and uppercuts. He'll probably get the stoppage. At the very least, they'll probably throw the tail. That was a good right hand. Another right hand from Fabio Wardley. How many lives does this guy have? I thought the cat only had 9 lives. Currently, Fabio Wardley has about 20. Again, he misses with a jab. And Dubois, no real snap in that right hand. Dubois just looking to get that right hand in. Just looking to land it, but he's just not able to. Again, Dubois has been it's not been a good performance by Dubois at all. Like, he's looked sloppy. He's been the better of the two, but like a lot of time in this fight, he's looked very sloppy and not composed. Like early on, when he gets up close, it's just so stiff and upright, just so awkward up close. But there's another good jab. That jab hurt him. That jab hurt him. That right hand hurt him. And again, they end up clinching. There's less than a minute to go. I know it's a moral victory to go the distance, but blimey, how much is too much? 35 seconds left. And again, referee has words about the elbow, which he should. But less than 30 seconds left in this fight, or in this round. What do you say? What does Dubois do? What does Wardley do? And what do either guy do? Both guys are knackered. Both guys are tired. And Dubois just seemingly happy to just play with the jab. Misses with a right hand, does Wardley. There's another right hand that goes in. There's a body shot. It's a good body shot from Dubois as well, actually. Decent body. Oh, that's a big right hand. Oh, that was a big right hand. And, oh, man, stop the fight, please. His legs are all over the shop. What are you doing? Are they going to let him carry on? What are they doing? Yeah, it's a bit of beat up. Exactly that. I agree, Darren. I agree wholeheartedly. You can't. Oh, Ben Davison, what are you doing? Round 11. Ben Davison's stock is definitely going to take a hit after this. I think they need to stop the fight. I really do. But he's still going out there. He's still getting hit with jabs, still getting hit with right hands. Dubois beating the brakes off Fabio Wardley. Oh, that's got to be. That's it. It's over. It's over. Yep, that's it. That's it. Daniel Dubois, heavyweight champion. Oh, man, my heart. He's devastated, but, mate, I feel for him. I actually feel for Wardley more so. You can see he's devastated. But Dubois, heavyweight champion again. Wow. Not even a smile. He's heavyweight champion again, and this time he's able to do it on the night. Oh, man. They should have stopped the fight earlier. I'm sorry, they should have. Yeah, they should have stopped the fight, man. They should never have let him. When his legs went at the start of that 10th round, that was enough. That was me. That was it. Stop the fight. And the doctor should be ashamed of himself as well, because that was. What is the point in that? Like, what benefit of him going through those extra 2 rounds of taking a beating? What benefit was it? What was the benefit of that for Ben Davison? What? Oh, he went out on a shield. So what? He took a flipping horrible beating that he didn't need to take. I feel for Wardley as well, because he's so proud. What? He is granite, man. He is granite. I mean, I have massive respect for Fabio Wardley. He's one of my favorite fighters. That was a great fight. While, for the first half, I'm afraid for Wardley moving forward. Like, I don't want that to ruin his career. But damn. Wow. What did you make of that? What did you all make of that? Yeah, I concur with you on that one. He needs to go hospital straight away. What, did we get Usyk Dubois 3? Okay, they embrace. My phone is going off. My WhatsApp is going off there. He is. I feel for him. I really do feel for him. A big up. They hoped he'd pull a KO. Yeah, but like that, it's not going to happen. And Ben Davison should be ashamed of himself. He really should. He really should. He should be ashamed of himself. Absolutely. WBO heavyweight champion of the world. Well, I am going to be doing probably 2 vids on this, because I am going to be going in like a like an SLB on Ben Davison after this, because that was disgraceful. That was shocking. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this watch along as much as I enjoyed it. The one good thing we can take from this is 2 good things. 1, it was a great fight. 2, I hit 30K. Very happy with that. 30,000 subscribers. Very, very happy with that and delighted with that. But yes, Fabio Wardley, credit to him. Shout out to Daniel Dubois. Apologies. We all owe Daniel Dubois an apology. Credit to him. 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. He bossed the fight. Let's be real. He won every round. All right, he was dropped in 2 rounds. He was winning those rounds. Without the knockdowns. First round he was winning. Well, got dropped early, and then he won the rest of the round. And then obviously there was that. So, hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please consider hitting the subscribe button. If you also enjoyed it, please consider hitting the like button. And I will chat to you in about a half an hour. Until then, peace and love.